Welcome to Storm King's Thunder, where me and a bunch of my nerdy-ass friends get together and we like to play Dungeons and Dragons!
Dragons!
Tonight, we are on session 58 of our campaign, where we last left off. The Lords return to Nightstone after defeating Slackrathel and returning the Storm King to his court. Unfortunately, unable to stop the evil Imarith, revealed to be a blue dragon, from snatching the scepter, but they did manage to stop her from getting the throne, and by doing so, growing incredibly, much more powerful. So, good on y'all for that. You guys returned back to Nightstone and have had a few choice encounters. Pandora felt the presence of the Amethyst Dragon, who thanked her for her aid and improved her aim, as well as a few of the abilities on her bow. Ark met with Akanaria, who taught him to use his breath weapon to ignite his weapons. Z is running from death, as are we all. And running from the Raven Queen in a subplot that I preemptively stole from Puss in Boots somehow. I don't know if y'all have seen that. He's running from death. Bergen had a very chilling dream of the Winter Queen and was awoken by Ember hatching into his burst of flame. So you now do have your small chick that will heal 5 points when somebody drops. You guys do have your Ring of Spell Storing. Pandora is the one you guys chose to attune to this. Now, last session I did give y'all the wrong numbers. So Mass Healing Word would do 13 HP to 6 targets as a bonus action that the person can see. Mass Cure Wounds would do 20 HP as an action to 6 targets within 30 feet of a point. So y'all could go bonus action, less health, action, more health.
I feel like
where do y'all feel on that?
I feel like action more health, because if I use a bonus action, I can't hide again.
That's fair.
That's a fair point.
As a thought, though,
it's just a
that,
closer range, I think, was the only drawback there.
With the action, it has to be 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's you pick a point within 60 feet of you, and then it's 30 feet radius from that point.
Okay.
So you can reach people 90 feet away, but all of the targets that you're selecting have to be within that 30-foot radius, which is a pretty big area. I think everybody but Pandora is currently within that.
And what you're saying is Pandora and Ark are doing fine. She can just sling it at us and be like, all right, go ahead, do other stuff.
Or she could run over there, pop it, and hit all of you guys, and then run back. She does have her zoomies thing, I think.
Yeah.
So Barbara says, action, more heals. What do you guys think?
She's got the ring. I'm down.
I mostly agree. It is more heal. Now, how much did you say it was for Mass Cure Wounds?
20 points. It's 3d8 plus 5.
Ooh, that. Sorry, my question is that Count Bergen's buff? Does he?
Yeah, I think it uses my modifiers and shit.
Yeah, like he gets to add a flat amount to every heal. Does that include that?
It does not include that.
Can you
what ability are you referencing?
I think it's +2, but let me just double check.
I think it's your modifier. For you, it should be like a flat +4 now.
Well, it's 3d8 plus 5. 5 for his wisdom modifier.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Because your boy is wise and got a fucking 20.
I thought Life Clerics got a very specific thing. Every time they do a heal, they get to add blank.
Yeah, I mean, there's Disciple of Life, which is first level. At first level, they get an additional 2 points, plus the spell's level.
Oh.
Plus the spell's level. So this would be a
it would be
5th
7
level spell.
total.
So yeah. So it'd be 5 plus the 7. Let me look up Mass Cure Wounds.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I think that's the only one.
I just went and looked at and saw that Mass Cure Wounds did 20 healing for Sarissa too, and I was just trying to figure out. I thought he got a flat buff to healing. I thought that was part of their kit.
I think you are correct. Yeah, because it does add his modifier normally, so it'd be the 7 plus the 5 plus the 7, so it would be 27 points of healing. That also means that his other one would be 20 points of healing rather than 13.
I still think we can do the action though. If we just got to be kind of around her, within 90 feet of her. Is that what we said?
Yeah, which all of you are that for sure. That's like 20 squares.
Let's do it.
Excellent. Okay, so you guys pick the Mass Cure Wounds. Gideon called and gave you guys an update on the army, saying it was growing by the day. Not only were they capturing people and forcing them into levies, they were also raising the dead that they had slaughtered along the way. The orange tiefling, who I don't believe you know the name of yet, but Bane's right hand, seems to be creating this army of undead as they're making this death march. Gideon and Osvius told you that they would wait on the eastern side of the riverbank and try to work on freeing the levies before the strum of battle. Davos learned that his father Erenbor is feigning prisoner in the rear of these levies and is trying to patch these people up and get them also out of the chains. Z placed a teleportation sigil in Nightstone permanently, and Bergen placed a word of recall in the Temple of Hell. Donovan also shared some more of the translations that worked out from Z's breakthrough. This is everything you have as of now for that translation. In order, for what it's worth. When Lords Nine lay claim to the stone, unravel its riddles and make secrets known. When 6 Jotun lords wither and perish, you don't know the second part of that one. When dragons 5 fall of each and every hue, shall new vessels be provided to make them anew. The transient gates shall open for 3 generals of hell. Only have half of that one. You're missing all of the next one, and then of the last line, the only word you have is smothering. Harshnag had Zephyros teleport him back to Nightstone so that he may join you in your fight against that big blue bitch. You did have Sephine send you to Asgore, where you discovered the one-night stand. The party met the dimension-hopping innkeeper, Sly, who for 1,000 gold made you a very awesome hero's feast. You guys are immune to fear, poison, and you have advantage on wisdom saves. You also discovered that 1,000 gold and a diamond had been stolen from your bag of holding.
Oh man, he's gonna get it after this, dude.
Oh, he is.
We're gonna kill that motherfucker.
I love the fucking... I love how there's people who've done terrible things, terrible, awful, unspeakable evils, and you guys are like, that motherfucker stole fucking money from me.
Hey, we are the ones that steal, okay?
I am the danger.
Exactly. We're the pirates here.
He crossed us directly.
You're right,
Exactly, bro.
You guys did meet up with your giant allies, Sarissa, Uthor, Prospera, and, as you now know, the traitor Orlecto. Now, to get you guys in the right mindset for this, Orlecto believes that Princess Mirren is the rightful ruler of the throne, and he is attempting to kill Sarissa at any cost. Sarissa, Uthor, and Prospera, their focus is on saving Sarissa first, killing Imarith second. And then Harshnag is driven by a deep personal vendetta, and he prioritizes killing Imarith over pretty much anything else. I will tell you guys, Sarissa has access to her spellcasting. Harshnag can use his dragon snaring nets. The other giants, all of you have your lightning strike back. Again, that doesn't deal damage to the dragon or the storm giants because they're immune to it for the time being, but you can use that against the gargoyles and anything else if you want. And with that, my dudes, I think we're caught up. Oh, one more thing. The giants, when they are attacked, the giants can actually use the gargoyles as rocks when they're attacking Sarissa. So if you want to make a rock attack, you can grab a gargoyle, chuck it, and it will deal the 35 damage to both of them on a hit. But that is a fun way to thin out some of your extra enemies. And with that, my dudes, we'll get started with tonight's session. Any snide comments, things I forgot, remarks?
Scenario, fuck the dragon.
Fuck the dragon! We did make a couple of decisions while you two were gone, Ben and Barb. Z has the worm skull, or excuse me, the Claw of the Worm rune, which he has, because of that, survived the initial blast of the dragon's attack.
Right.
He also passes Constitution save, thanks to Florence's assistance, to maintain his Spirit Guardians. Pandora, you have evasion and should have 44 more hit points than you currently do.
Right. I added that. I got it.
Perfect. You guys also, I think that's the only ones we did so far. Oh, Goldbrand also used his wheel to help Davos pass his save, saving him some extra damage as well. Emerith rises from these sands, shaking loose as she comes out of this initially narrow passage that expands exponentially as she rises from it, her wings literally darkening the entire amphitheater about you, and swoops across, flying to your left flank, and her mouth opens as this building up of electrical energy takes place between her jaws, and with a mighty blast, this broad-reaching lightning strikes across the battlefield. If anyone would like to... Oh, no, we checked the people that can reroll, can't pass anyway, so they're good there. The attack is incredibly intense. The searing heat of this lightning blast. You can smell the hair on your body burning, except Goldbrain, you smell your bare hair burning. You guys are blown away, like the wind knocked out of you from the power of this blast. Many of you within very, very critical territory. And it's oddly enough a familiar scent. You smelled this when Felgalus incinerated Sansuri within the Cloud Giant Castle. But there's something different, too. A heaviness that creeps into your muscles from the lightning blast. I need Z and Bergen to make a Constitution save for me. Oh, alright, so Z, you do pass. Bergen, you do not. After your vision comes back from this blinding blast, you go to try to push yourself up, and you find that your arm is, like, unnaturally stiff. You look down, and your shield arm, your left arm, has partially petrified between the forearm and your shoulder. You are beginning to be petrified. The equivalent mechanic of this is a point of exhaustion. So if you look on the conditions tab on your D&D Beyond thing, you can mark 1 point of exhaustion. Thank you, sir. And that will allow you, I think at this point it's only disadvantage on skill checks, of which you'll probably not be making a whole lot of. Saving throws are usually what you make in battle. But you do know that her electrical abilities can petrify you, as you saw with Harshnag. It is a deeply unsettling thought. You guys see that 3 of the gargoyles that were around you were blasted by this and just reduced to dust. But the heat and intensity of this lightning is so powerful that the sand itself has series of glass spikes and jagged arcs of glass sticking out of the sand. This area is difficult terrain. You can travel, so you would walk through it as half speed. If you want, you can go full speed, but you'll take a d4 of damage per square traveled. And with that, we pop into initiative. Pandora, you have, from the safety of your hidey hole, just been blasted by this incredibly intense attack. How do you retaliate?
Singed my little whiskers, man. Like the tip of my tail's like all staticky and poofy now, you know. Okay, so you said this was difficult terrain. I need to move to kind of get to a more advantageous position. I'm here, I guess, towards the top of it.
Yes, so it'll cost you 10 feet of movement to get out.
Okay, so I can do that and then go an additional 20 if I need to.
Correct.
Okay, so my next task is to see. Let's see if I got my little ruler here. Sorry, I'm really.
I'm admiring your cat and Ben's camera.
Oh yeah. Oh, is that Nova or is that Stella? Damn.
That's
I think it's Stella.
Okay. So, if I want to pop off the ring, I can probably do that. That looks like I could make a 30 feet sphere.
Yeah.
Like
you can get all of
everybody.
You can get all of them with a 30 foot, but not yourself.
Yeah,
you would have to move toward them to do that.
That's fine.
Okay.
My whiskers are a little singed, but I'm okay. So
okay. Barbara, you raise your hand. And this ring, I like to think it looks almost like the sling ring from Doctor Strange. And as you come up, your hands, it seems to like instinctively guide you through the components. And this burst of holy energy flies out of your fingers and creates this little blossoming aura around all of you. Each of you, except for Barbara, regain 27 points of healing.
You know, I figure this is the best place to pop it right now.
And you know what, Barbara? You are close enough to where, because of Wait. Yeah, you're close enough to get Sarissa in that as the 6th person if you would like to do that.
I would, because...
Actually, you can totally ignore me. I'm only missing 6 HP.
I mean, I don't really think of it. I'm not healing our asshole friend who's attacked.
Well, yeah, but is there anybody else that needs it more than Goldbrand? He's good.
Really, it's y'all.
Like
they could help Harshnag, but he's so far away that you wouldn't be able to get the rest of the party. And I don't think you can get Prospera either. So everybody, except for Ark, and Devin, if you'll add this to Sarissa as well, 27 points of healing. That takes your action. You still have your bonus action. What do you choose to do?
Already added it.
I'm like, as long as I'm keeping everybody up for the time being, given that there's, some spots in initiative that, everybody a little better. I think I'm just going to hide again.
Okay. You're not really in the middle. You're not really able to hide behind anything at the moment. You can use it, but you're going to hide at disadvantage. If you'd like, you can try to use your bonus action dash instead to get behind a wall or something. You would be able to hide this turn, but...
Well, I was thinking if I was able to move right here, that would give me more... Because I'm really only mostly trying to hide from, the giant fucking dragon.
Yeah. If you get behind the wall, that will give you, I would say, at least half cover. And that would make it a little harder for her to hit you with ranged attacks.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Alright, let me...
Okay.
Use your action... disadvantage or whatever?
Well, so getting there, did you use all your movement before that?
I'm pretty sure at this point I have used all my movement.
Okay, if you didn't have to dash to do that, then that's totally fine. You don't have to do the disadvantage, so you have a 20 for your passive.
Look at these squares.
5 foot squares. As we go to the gargoyles, 2 of them are going to make swings against Harshnag. One of them is going to fly up. He sees Z, Goldbrand, and Davos. He also doesn't really want to get in the middle of that, and he doesn't know that, Orlecto is more or less on his side at the moment. So these first 2 are going to be against Harshnag. 2 20s, which don't hit Harshnag. Neither of those hit Harshnag. Oh, a 22 I think does hit Harshnag. Bergen, if you'll take 7 points off of him. These next are to Orlecto. Whether those miss. 18 plus 6, 24. So 7 points to Orlecto, Barbara.
Okay, better than nothing. Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Dude.
As we round to Goldbrand's turn, she's actually going to take a legendary action. She's going to use a tail attack. She's going to hit you, Goldbrand. That's a 16 bonus. She got a nat 20. Oh my god. Okay, that is 36 points of bludgeoning damage. As her tail... You're right. So the crit fails for you, so you just take the 18.
18? Yeah.
So you do take a hefty wallop as her tail swings around and the tip of it just tries to slam you into the wall. Doesn't quite get you all the way there, though. What do you do in response?
I guess I've already used my reaction for that. Like I can't use my reaction in reaction to that because I used it
for wheels. So
okay.
Correct.
But now I have one after this.
Yes, sir. After this round, you do.
Okay. Since I can't do that now, and Goldbrand's going to use his 10 feet to get out. He'll have 35 left. 5, 10, 15. I guess, is that close enough to hit her? I have a 10-foot range?
Yeah.
Goldbrand's going to go for it.
Pop it.
Oh, wow. The first one's off.
29 does hit. Roll some damage.
Plus 2 for reach.
18 points of magical slashing. That's good.
Yeah. And then for shits and giggles, he's going to turn into a constellation and stab himself, I guess. I don't know.
You're now that you're on this right up at her, you're kind of realizing like, holy fuck, this thing's massive. Even compared to old Gnawbone, who was very large and primal. Emerith, and perhaps it's the fact that she is here within this environment with all of her minions, but she seems incredibly powerful and quite daunting. You find it a little hard to focus.
So yeah, I'm going to be moving from here next time she smacks me.
As you probably should. The gargoyles, they're going to try to take a peek at Barbara. Oh, you got a 20?
Yeah.
Let me see what their perception modifier is. That's wisdom, right? They got a 19. Barbara, you are so lucky. Okay, so they don't see you there. These two are going to try to fuck with Uthor then. These
Can try.
actually, all 4 of these might fuck with Uthor.
Do
The
it.
others seem kind of controlled. Yeah, I think we'll do that. It's gonna be a bunch of blows. So let's see. What's the AC? 17. I think that's right.
Yeah, it's 17.
Miss. Oh, that's 1 hit. 1 more hit. So that's those 2. Now the other 2. 3 hits. And last one. 3 hits. So I need you to take 20 points of damage to Uthor as we round to the Storm Giants. Orlecto has just betrayed the Storm Queen to be in the middle of this madness. How do all of your giants react?
Okay, well, Uthor's gonna swing at those gargoyles that just hit him.
Gonna swing at the gargoyles, heard?
Sarissa's
Oh, yeah.
gonna thunder step out.
Roll the damage for that for me, Devin. And go ahead and make 2 swings. Roll 2 d20s, Ben. You're gonna add 14, I think, to each of them.
Heard.
I'm trying to decide where she can land. You have to give me a second to pull it up. I'll have to pull it up and beyond so I can roll it.
You're good. It's 90 feet. I think it should have the damage on that image. It'll say like the average damage or whatever. Both of those do actually hit, Ben. And I think that deals a good chunk of damage. It's like 30 per strike. So one of these is almost destroyed. You tear through it, and you deal a decent chunk to the next one. Fantastic. While Devin's looking up that spell, Harshnag, Prospera, or Lecto.
2 points really quick. This gargoyle, I don't know if this count. I guess it would. This gargoyle did move into the range of my spirit guardians voluntarily.
Oh, you are correct. Yeah, what's the damage on that?
I believe last time I rolled it was I'll have to scroll back really far.
Sorry, I'm moving.
No, you're fine. If you just want to re-roll it real quick, if you'll hit the spell, we'll take the new damage. Use that for today's exercise.
Ooh. Pretty good.
22. That's an excellent bit of damage, too. And Orlecto started his turn in that range as well. Thank you for bringing that up. For Orlecto, I'm going to go ahead and mark this off, Barbara, an extra 22 points of damage. Nice.
And then Prospera is actually going to take the newfound advice that you have, and I think Prospera wants to grab this gargoyle right there behind them and just sling it at
Orlecto?
At Orlecto.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
roll a d20. You have to beat his armor class of 16. You get a plus 14, so as long as you get above a 2, you hit him. Woo! The gargoyle flings forward, actually comes into the radius of the spell, and with the combined damage is destroyed. Orlecto does take the 35 points. I've got you there, Barb. And he's approaching that bloodied territory as Prospera just chucks one at him. Devin, did you roll your boom damage?
It is 3d10. Did that roll?
Yes, sir. 13.
Hey, there it is.
And actually, these gargoyles are vulnerable to thunder damage. So for 13, we're going to do vulnerability is half, so we're going to round that up to 20. 32. 30. Oh, I will tell you, it is every creature within that range. So Prospera and Orlecto both take that damage as well. Which is only half a bad thing.
Okay, did you take the damage off of Electo, or do I need to?
If you'll do that one for me, take 18 off of him. See if you'll take 18 off of Prospera as well.
But you took the 35, right? Or did I miss?
I did, yes. That first one I did.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay, gotcha.
Sweet. Boom. Is that all of our giants?
Harshnag. So he is focused on Imarith, you said, yes.
Yeah, his goal is, he sees her as the biggest threat at the moment.
Now, would
Understandable.
he, do something to the effect of, getting... Oh, well, no, fuck it. Can I pick up one of these gargoyles and toss it at her?
Fuck yeah, roll a d20. They're the same hit points, so just take this one. 12 certainly hits. 35 points of damage to both of these punks as one of these crashes into Imarit's face, much to her annoyance. And that little gargly boy, I said 35 points of damage?
Yeah.
Whoops, nope, 17. Y'all didn't hear that. Bloop. All right. With that, Orlecto, Barbara.
I guess he's just gonna keep swinging with his greatsword.
Well, Sarissa is too far away for him to make a melee strike against her. He could try to grab a gargoyle and chuck it at her like a rock.
Yep.
Or he could try to attack. Well, he would focus on Sarissa, I think.
Yeah, no, because he's gonna take advantage of the fucking situation. Yeah, I guess I'll just throw a gargoyle then.
Okay. He's going to come forward a little bit to grab onto this one. He's going to chuck this one ahead of him. Roll a d20.
Medic, stop it.
Wait, is he still restrained from last week?
Oh, thank you, Ben. Yes, he is restrained.
Yeah.
He'll have to use his action to try to break that. So make a contested strength check. I'll roll for the giant because I have that here. Thank you for reminding me, Ben. No, you are absolutely right. Make a strength check, or excuse me, athletics check. He's pretty beefy, but a 30. Let's see what Ark might be able to beat that. I don't know. Athletics is.
Wait, athletics? Yeah, I got a +9.
+9. Oh, okay. He does break it, but that does cost his action, so he can't do anything else. He can move, and I'm going to say that he would try to move outside of the aura. 5, 10, 15. Yeah. Prosper is going to get a opportunity attack. Harshnag will not, because he's still within 10 feet of Archie Boy. So Prosper, if you want to roll a d20.
Yep.
Okay.
She'll try to slash out at him, and she do succeed. That is 30 points of damage to Orlecto.
Good.
As he tries to make a beeline for Sarissa, who's now looking better than he is. He's not feeling so great about that. Arcanux, you feel as Orlecto grabs onto the chains and yanks you forward and breaks out of the grapple. It is your turn. How do you react?
All right. I'm going to move over here next to Pandora, which probably uses all my movement. But I'm going to make a fire breath attack on the 2 yellow girls from here.
Fantastic. Okay, what's the dex save they have to make?
It is 17.
Bloop, bloop. 2 fails. They take the full damage. Go ahead and roll that for me, sir. They are not resistant to fire.
18.
Yeah, sweet. 18! Fantastic! Alright, you crisp up these 2 boys a bit. You still have a bonus action if you'd like to use it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to use Moore's Dredge ranged attack if that's the case.
Okay, that's cool. On a gargoyle, I assume?
Yeah, the one in front.
Okay. Go ahead. It has to... you rolled a hit, and that determines if it's grappled or not.
I rolled a hit.
Fantastic.
Yeah, 20.
20 does hit. An extra 10 points of damage to this front one, as it is locked down by the anchor. Fantastic. With that, we round to Bergen. Bergen, you've just been blasted by a huge-ass lightning bolt. What you do, dog?
Alright. Gonna step... What's that red circle?
That's a pit about 10 foot deep.
That's right.
To cross it, basically, it's going to be difficult terrain. You can get across it, but if you do not pass the save when you first walk in that area, when it's revealed to be a pit, you get buried within it, which is kind of terrifying. But
I'm gonna step here. What does Davos look like?
Devon, how's Davy? How's Davy boy looking?
He actually looks real good, unless I've missed some stuff.
Oh, he did get that 44 points back, so he's probably like 46. Plus the healing word.
There's not any on his character sheet, like no damage on his character sheet, and I don't have any recorded on my sticky note. So I've got him at full health.
So he was at 2 when we ended last week. Plus 44 puts him at 46. Plus Barbara's Hero of 27 puts him at 69. Of course. All right.
You said the same number.
You absolutely can't heal him now. It's forbidden.
It's funny, for a long time his hit point maximum was 69, and it was one of the unspoken rules, like, alright, you can't level up anymore. Alright, with that, to put Davos at 69, that's most of his health. Maybe not...
That's a little more than half.
Alrighty. I'm gonna use my last channel divinity. I'm gonna throw 40. Oh, wait. No,
Oh,
I'm going
boy.
to do 30 on me, 30 on Z. You can take the 30, right?
What's the rule?
You can't get over half.
I can take
Oh, 20. What? 22?
not
26?
quite. Yeah, close. I could take 20. No, because it's 110's the total, so it would be 55 is half.
I also like
Welcome to
12.
calculus and quadratics, Hill.
What's the imaginary value?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. 12 to him, and then oh shit, that's right, I got that 20. The rest. What's up?
I can take up to 17 if that helps you at all.
Oh, 17. Okay,
Okay, so 17 minus 60 is 43.
and I don't think I could take the whole 43, but I will take the rest up to half. And I don't think I can give the rest to anybody else. So that would be my action, my bonus
Nope.
action.
Look at Sarissa.
No, I think she's too far anyways.
Think you're out?
Yeah, none of the other giants are below half either, except for Electo, and fuck that.
Yep.
Bonus action, shoot.
You're gonna bonus action shoot?
Oh yeah, I could actually because I healed. Well, no, I guess does that count as a heal? It's not a spell, but
Yeah, it's a healing ability. I'd allow it.
No, actually, I'm going to bonus action level 4. Where'd it be? Sorry.
Rama.
We all
Where is
wait.
it? There it is.
We all hang on every word of Bergen Best Healer.
That is going to Z.
Fantastic. An extra 20 points of healing to Zrok as you feel the life-flowing energy of Helm enter your body. As you do this, Emerith's eyes narrow as she snaps her head to you, and you hear her growl a bit. Immediately, she rises up on her back legs and blasts with 2 mighty wing beats. I think Davos is just outside of it. I need Golbran and Z to both make I want to say a dexterity save, but I will confirm for you. It is a dexterity save. That is a failure. That is also a failure. Each of you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone as the dragon takes flight and swings around the battlefield, coming closer to Senor Bergen.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it sees you fucking healing people. They don't like that motherfucker.
I'm surprised she fucking counterspell something.
Oh, right. Now that she knows you're healing, she might. She swings around to you, Bergen. But technically, it's just her legendary action, so she doesn't have an attack yet. As we round to... Oh, no. Thorn Tracker, you got out of the orders again. As we go to Z! What you got, dog?
Alright, I'm gonna get out of the difficult terrain just a little bit to right here.
That's cool. It does take half your movement to get up, so you probably only have 10 feet of movement left if you want to.
That's exactly, I think, how much I needed just to get out of that difficult terrain to free myself up. Man, I kind of want to launch this at her, but I'm kind of nervous about it too. So I had this spell, right? And I wanted to queue it up in a very specific way because she's kind of far off, but I don't know, actually, this will probably work out perfectly. I have a spell called Circle of Death. It's got a 60-foot sphere radius on it.
You know Mosh Pit? Holy fuck, dude.
And that's exactly why I asked if Davos could queue up some heavy metal riffs, because I was going to be like, Davos, hit it! And then I was going to sling a Circle of Death across her as soon as she spawned in.
I love it.
That didn't work out the way I wanted, but that's fine. Davos, still hit it. And I'm going to sling a Circle of Death just back here where it won't hit any of my allies, hopefully, but it'll just, engulf her.
Sure, drop that in chat for me.
Okay.
Circle of Death. A sphere of negative energy ripples out 60-foot radius. Each creature in that area must make a Constitution saving throw. 8d6 necrotic on failed or half as much on a successful one. Fantastic. Now, I will tell you, one of the components of this costs gold, and therefore it's a component that you would have to actually have. I will say that I will allow you guys and the gemstones you have to have a black pearl, but Devin, will you subtract 500 gold from the bag of holding? And I'll go through that later. That does make her make a Constitution save.
Before you roll that, before I commit to this, I did just realize it was a Constitution save, and I'm fighting a dragon.
A well-endowed dragon, as we...
well-endowed dragon. I've never seen a Constitution so large. I think to start, actually, before I... Okay, I'm sorry. That was like a really cool moment that I'm going to retract for a second.
No, that's okay.
I think instead of doing that, I'm going to cast Synaptic Static at her.
Synaptic Static. Interesting. Okay. That is an intelligence save? Is that right?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cast it because I'm committed to that one.
I'll tell you, that's not a bad option. What'd she have to beat? 17? Oh, she just makes it. That is, I will tell you, that is one of 2 saves she is not proficient in. It may be her lowest overall.
What I was hoping for.
So fantastic. She does take half of that damage, but she does not get her little fuzzy brain stuff going on. 16. Bloop. Excellent. You still have a bonus action.
Did we determine that summoning an elemental was a full action or a bonus action? It's got a charge versus... I can't remember what we decided for that.
I'll have to look at the spell. It's Conjure Elementals, I think.
Yeah, it is.
So it's whatever that particular spell is. I think it's an action, but to command them is a bonus action.
It's got a charge, but the problem is the casting time is also 1 minute. So I think we did.
Oh, you ignored the 1 minute. I think it's an action.
Okay, it's fine.
Yes, sir. It's 1 action for you. No minute for the casting time. So you still have rocks, I think, from last time. If you want to throw up Flaming Rock, but
I do, and I'm gonna sling a rock at her just for good measure.
a little extra doink.
Roll the damage. There you go.
8.
Oh
Excellent.
wait, I forgot. I forgot to hit actually.
I will also say a 21 does not hit, unfortunately. A very well aimed throw for your spelly boy. You probably have 5 feet of movement left. If you can move 1 more square, she'll be in the radius for Spirit Guardians at the start of her next turn.
Like right. Cha?
Boom! Nailed it. The tip of her nose is in it. That fucking counts. With that, we're going to go down to Davos. Devin, what does Davos do?
Davos was in a lot better place now. It's not a super great place, but at least he doesn't have to move to get to her. We'll start with a Light of Lathander. Even, oh man, I didn't realize the con was so low. Fine, be that way.
Do you still want to do that, or do you want to change?
Nah, I'm gonna start with. He's gonna start with his attacks. I might smite if he gets a crit or something. He gets to make 3 total, right? He's with it. I guess he needs to make
2 with his action, 1 with his bonus action.
Like
yeah, you have to do the 3rd with his rapier.
1 step in. Oh, there's the crit, actually.
Crit! You called for it!
I'm gonna use one of his spell slots. Maybe not his best spell slot, but
I think he also has a...
We're gonna crank
I
out
think he gets to
here.
use versatile damage for his weapon too. I'm gonna pull that up.
So I will use a 4th level spell slot to crit.
Yeah, you will.
To smite. yeah, I will.
Do it, Daddy.
Get it.
That's, is that 5d6? I'm sorry, I don't have it pulled up.
About to say, if you'll pull it up, I'm looking. I think he gets the versatile damage on his thing. Let me see.
Working on it. Let me get that pulled up. Make sure it's 4d6 or 5d6. It's don't remember. Don't play no paladin. Where's it at?
One weapons are versatile to him. He gets to use the higher of those 2 damage totals. They're both 21 in different ways, which is funny. But one of them has higher dice numbers, so we'll double that one. So that's 16 plus 7. That's 23.
Starts at 2d8, goes up to 3d8, 4d8, 5d8. So you can only upcast it up to 3 levels. You have to do 4 though. 'Cause the first one, yeah, okay.
What's he doing, Devin?
He's doing that. He's doing his.
Okay, drop that in chat then.
Give me a second.
You good?
5d8.
Let the world burn an extra 20 points of radiant damage as he lays into her. Fantastic. He does still have his bonus action.
You know what it is.
Another crit. That's what it is. Another crit.
I doubt it, but it will be this fancy flying saber. Come on now.
Another crit!
Wow. Wow.
You know what the best part is, Devin? He can use another smite.
Oh my god.
You can use as many smites as you want in a turn.
Did you
It
double
uses a spell slot, but it is not a spell.
Did you double
Burn
it
the
20
slots.
damage?
I did not, thank you. 378. Alright, again, we can never tell Davos that he got the biggest hit on me.
You can't. God, fucking Davos,
So,
man.
I mean, I'll use a 3rd level slot this time. I don't want to waste the crits. Like, that's imperative to getting her hurt. Smiting on crits is like the thing. So that's
you're
gonna
right.
be 4d8. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't mark these. I keep forgetting. 4d8. Also doubled.
1938.
Devils does what paladins do.
Working on that hit bar. Alright, that's his action, bonus action. Unless he moves, we're going to the gargoyles. This is the red ones. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, so these first 3 are going to be against Sarissa. None of those hit. None of those hit Sarissa. These next 6 are going to be on Prospera. Ooh, that's 2 hits. Is 17 their armor class?
16 for this.
16, that's 4 hits. So she is going to take 26 points. See if you'll mark that off of her.
Got it.
With that, we come around to the top of the round. First, a 6. Of course. You guys watch as Imarith, as she swiftly moved over here, you see at the base of her neck this blue energy building up again. You gather that she can use her breath weapon again. That is the top of the round. She does get a lair action, and I think she is going to go... Bergen, she's seen you casting some heals, and she sees an opportunity to get 2 of you. She can't quite get 3. Z and Bergen, I need each of you to make a dex save. You got to beat a 15.
Well,
Ooh, that's unfortunate. Okay, so Bergen, you're only going to take half. You take 5 lightning damage. Z, you take 10, and I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me. You have to beat a 10.
this is where I shine.
Boom. All right, so you do not get you do not get petrified, but you do feel that stiffness that lingers in your bones after the electricity arcs through you, and that's just her lair action. Now. She's going to get to do her action. She's going to do a couple of things. I think she's going to open with... She's going to make a claw attack against Ark. An 18 to hit. That does not hit Ark, though, does it? You are on mute, Vid. Nope, does not. Perfect. Okay. She's going to make a claw attack on Davos. A 22, which I think hits Davos.
That beats Devils.
Okay, he's going to take 16 points of damage. He's going to make his bite attack against Bergen. A 19 plus a 16, so a 35 I think hits. I need you to take 31 points of damage, Bergen. 20 of that is her actual bite, and 11 is the residual electricity that's running through you. I need you to make a con save for me.
Oh my god.
All of the saves! Oh, and also, Bergen, I just saw...
Oh no!
Bergen, I just saw your last con save. Oh no, it was a dex save to begin that you passed. Okay, yeah. That is a fail. You take another point of exhaustion. I'm not going to let a nat 1 count for double on this particular thing. I believe with that, your movement speed is now halved. You can look at the very top of the screen. I've put the exhausted thing there, but that is 2 points of exhaustion for you, my dude. So you are feeling a little bogged down. That is all 3 of the dragon's attacks. We are going to round to Pandora.
Okay. Well, shit. So,
Well, shit, indeed.
Oh, I should be making disadvantage on these checks too, shouldn't I?
Disadvantage for...
The exhaustion.
Not these.
No, those are skill checks. Most of the time, an enemy will make you make a save and not a check, so you're all good.
I got you.
so
Pandora.
I am going to try and shoot at her. I guess before I use my arrows, I want to make sure that it's feasible that I'm able to actually hit her.
From where you are?
Well, like, in general, because God knows what kind of, like, resistance...
Constitution she has.
Yeah.
I mean, you could hit her. Her armor class is high, but you get to add a good bit to your bow. Particularly when you are hidden. She will get to see... Your last check was a 20. I will tell you, you feel hidden from the gargoyles. You do not feel hidden from Imarith. So you would not get sneak attack against her.
If that's okay.
You could try to make your stealth another stealth check before.
But then I don't
together
get
it's
after.
going to be. But then you don't get after exactly.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna since I won't have the best advantage. I'm gonna essentially use my turn so I can roll a better stealth check, hopefully, for the next round. So I'm just gonna try and hit her with my bow.
Okay. Do you want to use a dragon arrow or just a regular arrow?
Not this turn. Regular arrow.
Okay, not this turn. Oh, and it's a good thing you didn't with this one goes off wide. It actually grazes by Arc. And now you're really glad you didn't do the dragon slaying arrow because you're not sure if it would do extra damage to him or not.
No.
All right, so at 23, excellent. You do pop back there. At the end of your turn, she is going to make another legendary action. She's going to go with a tail attack, I think, against Arc. Arc, this is coming to you. That's a 27 to hit. Arc, I need you to take 18 points of bludgeoning damage as we round to the gargoyles. I believe this is green goyles. One on Harshnag, and I think one's going to come over here to Goldbrand. So, first for Harshnag. 2 misses. 3 misses. For Goldbrand, one of those is a definite hit. 15? That doesn't hit you, does it?
15 misses.
Okay, so you take 7 points of slashing. For you, half to 3. As it tries to claw into you, but it's having a tough time getting purchase. As we round to you, my dude. You do... Oh, you can use a reaction on him if you want. Because
To move?
you're about...
I don't think I'm gonna use it now. I think.
Okay. Oh, it is like a once-a-day thing, isn't it?
No, it takes charges on my scythe. I was.
I meant for your gravitational thing.
I don't see much. I will go ahead and use my reaction before my turn starts to gravity
that's what I was getting at.
to gravity him into Z's thingamabob there.
All right, what save does he get to make?
Let me find my reactions. It's a strength save, I think.
Believe it or not, their strength isn't that great.
A 16 strength save.
He does get a little extra bit of damage as he is sucked into that.
Does he not get pinged when he gets pulled into that? That's not how that works.
Oh, it's when he's willingly moves in it, but when he starts his turn next turn, it'll pop up.
It'll pop him. Cool. 5.
Oh, excuse me. I almost forgot. Imarith did start her turn with her nose in Z's radius. So, what was that, 22 points?
Sorry, I'm double muted. Yes, 22.
22. Okay, cool. Excellent. You guys are whittling her down, but she's still not bloodied. Anything else, Goldbrand?
Well,
Or, I'm sorry, that was the start of your turn. Go ahead.
yeah, when his turn happens, before he gets close to her, he's gonna throw his javelin. Oh yeah. And then he's gonna run up to her and keep a chopping. I don't know what else to do. Goldbrand's like, this is all I know how to do, so we're just gonna do it. I don't think either one.
Neither one of those hits, unfortunately.
Oh.
Bone Carver letting you down. These are going to be the yellow gargoyles. One of them is going to come down here to Arc. Oh, one of them is restrained by Arc, so it'll make a strength save, which an athletics check. Arc, make an athletics check for me. And beat a 19.
Damn.
Ooh. Unfortunately, motherfucker cracks out. That does use up his entire action, though. We also are going to have, I think, I think we're going to divvy these up a little bit. Well, no, because they can't see Pandora. So yeah, these 6 strikes will be at Uthor. That's 1 hit, 3 hits, 4 hits. Damn. That's a... Oh, wait. That's 5 hits. 17 is their armor class? 16? 17? Yeah, that's 5 hits. So he's going to take 36. He's going to take 40 points of damage. Or excuse me, 50 points of damage. Hang on, I'm sorry. 18 plus 14. 32. He's going to take 32 points of damage, man. Sorry for that roller coaster of math. Don't do math, kids. Stay in school. And with that...
32. Okay.
Yeah. With that, we are going to round to the Storm Giants. What do we do, my dudes? Not everybody at once.
I think that instead of... So it looks like Orlecto's outnumbered up there, so instead of, slinging one at Orlecto, I think this time Prospera is going to take one of these 2 golems and sling it down here at the old dragon lady.
Okay. Which gargoyle do you pick? Because it does make a difference.
I think this one, it's reachable, just because it's closer.
Yeah, for sure. You grab a hold of it, roll a d20 for me. She gets to add like 14 to that, so that does hit Imarith. Bloop. And that does destroy the gargoyle that you had, so fantastic. That does use her action. Sarissa.
Sarissa, I think, is going to cast Shatter. Could she possibly get all 3 of these? Is that possible?
She could, but she would also get Uthor. She does not have anything that allows her to exclude him from that radius.
Alright, I think she's going to try to get these 2 and exclude
that's
Harshnag. Can she get this one and get those 2 or no?
Is it a 10-foot radius?
It is a 10-foot
20
radius.
Foot? She could get the 2, but not the 3. Because that's only 4 squares across. Go ahead and roll some damage. I'll roll some saves.
Shatter's 3d8, right? I'll pull up the spell in a second. I'm pretty sure it is.
3d8,
It's Constitution save, I'm pretty sure, as well.
It's a 21 con save for her, it says.
21 con save. 21,
so.
damn.
Con save, comma, 22t. I don't know what that means.
That's 22 thunder damage. It should say her spell save DC at the top of that thing, my dude.
The top of 17.
17, okay.
So.
Constitution save. Bloop. The gargoyle fails. The Orlecto does pass, but he does take half that damage. Doodaloot.
Did you bake in 22 damage for that?
One more time.
Did you bake in 22 damage for that? Is that what that says?
Yeah, that's like the average,
damage,
of what the rolls would be for her modifiers and stuff. 52 minus 12, that's 40. Bloop. Oh, and he's vulnerable, so he's going to take an extra 6 of that. 34. Bloop. Okay. Fantastic. Harshnag. What's Harshyboy doing?
He is... Can he... If he were to attempt to throw that other gargoyle at... Could he do that from there? Would that reach?
Go at Imarith? Yes.
Yeah. That's his
Yeah, he could do that.
Spell, I'm assuming. So he's going to do that. Use a d20.
He has to. Yes, sir. Yeah, roll a d20.
Oof.
Oof. Well, the good news is that...
Even with
Let me
the
double
14, it's 18?
I think that's at 18, yeah. Here's what happens. You do chuck the statue, and it does crash into the sands. Because it's not hitting a creature, it's only going to take half damage. So instead of the 35, it's going to take 17. It does get relocated way down here. But Imarith does not take any from that. With that, Uthor.
Can he move closer to her, too?
Oh, yes, he certainly can. Uthor, and then we'll do Orlecto.
What movement speed does Uthor have?
I think it's 50 feet, but if he moves out of range of those gargoyles, they're going to try to swipe him. They certainly could still, but, just bear that in mind.
Well, if that's the case, I'm going to grab this gargoyle right here, in front, like the yellow one on top.
Okay, cool.
And I'm going to hurl him at Elector.
Perfect. All right, roll a d20 for me. think this one's pretty easy. You just gotta beat a 2.
Ah.
Bloop. You do. This one, the one that's above you. Yep.
Right there. Okay.
That one. Okay. Bloop. He goes over. The gargoyle does not break on impact, but does look pretty fucked up. Orlecto does take the points of damage for that, 35. He is looking pretty fucked up. He's approaching critical territory. Excellent. So I think we have Orlecto,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it, I think.
Yep. I make him
Go
go last because he's naughty.
He's a bastard, yeah.
He's a little bastard.
Trying to impede him getting to the princess.
I mean, shit. Is this a gargoyle right here by him?
Yes,
Yes,
right
yes,
there.
it is.
Okay. Well,
That's right.
well, he's gonna pick it up and can he throw it just as it lands? Just go to throw
You can
it.
throw it at Sarissa. Yeah, roll a d20 for me.
God damn
I
it.
love that.
Gave him some ammo.
We're like, ooh, I'm gonna hear about that from my brother later.
Eee.
All right, 35
Bad move.
points of damage. That puts her. Sarissa's just above 100. That does destroy that one on impact.
Good.
Fantastic. With that, I think that's our last dragon. Excuse me, our last giant. So we go to our own dragon, Arcanox. What do you do, dude? Oh, actually, before you do that, she is going to take another legendary action. She's going to use a detect.
Yeah. Yep.
Fantastic. That's a 29. Her head sweeps across the battlefield, and her eyes narrow on you, Pandora. And you hear her growl. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Well, damn.
And we'll wait till after Ark's turn. But Ark, your move.
Good.
Be scared.
You know what? This is a show of dominance. I'm gonna throw a breath weapon at that dragon beast.
Do it. I love it.
I was like, you know what? No, fuck you. I'm not. Fuck. Get that. Ah, fucking.
Oh. Oh my god. Roll.
What?
Roll 3d10 for me, just separate, because that's
Yeah,
that's
I'm
a
gonna roll-
bad
I'm gonna
series.
roll.
Well, 1, 2, 3. That's
Okay. That's a little better.
Because
Give me
when we
1
roll
second.
online, we can't put our dice in jail for being naughty. They don't fear us.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Right.
Digital dice.
You're right. She does pass, but does still take half of that damage.
66.
Back to the 6.
All right. You still have a bonus action, my dude.
As a bonus action, I'm gonna throw more at that fucking gargoyle again.
Get him. Lock him back down.
24.
Fantastic. Roll some damage for that as well.
And my DPS
Extra.
sucks.
With that, we are going to round to Bargeen. What do you do, my dude?
It's gonna cure wounds himself, and then he's going to.
As you go to do that,
Uh-oh.
you go to cast your incantation and swirl your hand, and you feel as you snap your fingers and the light begins to breathe itself down your arm, it seeps back up and is drawn away, and you feel like a little bolt of electricity as she counterspells you.
Can I counterspell her
Yeah.
counterspell?
Technically, you can, but it would be contested. Also, well, she cast at 4th level, so Cure Wounds is 4th level. That particular Cure Wounds is, so that doesn't make a difference. You can counterspell her counterspell, but you'll have to make a check to see if you beat a 14.
Okay, what kind of check is it going to be?
It's your spellcasting modifier. So for you, I think Charisma.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead
You
and I'm going to do it. I'm going to burn it at 4th level because I have to in
Oh.
order to try to counterspell it.
You don't
If,
have
well,
to.
if you do it at 4th level, it happens automatically. If you do it at 3rd level, you have to make the 14 check.
Not that many 4th level. You know what? Bergen has saved my life so many times. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it at 4th level, and I'm going to let you heal up my man.
Don't
Do it,
Fantastic.
Bergen.
Waste one of her counter spells. Excellent. So, Bergen, you do get that 27 points of healing, and
yeah,
Emmerich
thank you.
looks furious at Yuzi.
How does it taste?
Yeah, that's got
You gotta spell bitch.
You gotta spell bitch. Accurate.
Bonus action, can I shoot mace?
Absolutely, yes, sir. Emerith, I'm assuming?
Yes. Oh.
Boom. A 15 does not hit. Unfortunately, as you go off a little wide, you can move if you would like, but if you get too far away, she's going to take a free swipe at you.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. She's used her reaction to try to counterspell. She can't make an opportunity attack. Feel free to move wherever the fuck you want.
We really.
While he's doing that,
are.
we'll go to Z. Z, as we start up on your move, did I make that green gargoyle take damage at the last point?
I don't think the green gargoyles have had a turn since then for it to matter.
I see.
I mean,
Never mind.
when they round up to their... Yeah, I think it's technically what they start their turn in the area.
I think you're right, yeah.
It wouldn't matter right
what
now.
do you choose to do, my dude?
I think at this point, I haven't pulled them out yet. I'm going to go ahead and burn that Conjure Elemental.
Cool, cool. Which one are you doing?
I'm going to do the Fire Elemental.
Okay. I'm going to be real with you, dog. I don't know if I have a token prepared for him. I'm looking. That's okay. I can find you one. I will need you to give me his stats, though, if you wouldn't mind looking up Fire Elemental stat block.
Yeah, I have it pulled up right now for you.
Bless you. You guys watch as Z takes this conch that he found Florence in, and as he blows through it, a stream of flame coils out and around him and manifests as a fire elemental before him. And it kind of resembles Z in a way. Definitely looks like it has his... There's a resemblance. What do you choose to do with that, good sir?
So some fun things about Fire Elemental. I can essentially... Do I get to choose where it's summoned at?
Yes, within the radius of the spell of Conjure Elemental, which I can pull up for you.
I don't know if these stack or not, so I'll have to consult the DM real quick.
Within 90 feet, good sir.
Cool. So there is something about the Fire Elemental called Fire Form, in which the Fire Elemental can be in an enemy space, and when that happens, they take 5 fire damage, but in addition to that, they also continue to take 5 damage every round until they take an action to put it out. If I summon the Fire Elemental in her space, can it still attack and get that ability? I feel like that's double dipping, but I don't know.
No, yeah, the passive fire damage, he can exist in a creature space. He can be attacking that creature all he wants. That's a passive thing he gets to do. So yeah, you can certainly do that. Tell me this, what's his AC and his hit points?
AC is 13, hit points are 102.
Oop.
And I can't move that. Did you put
No, you're good. I'll move him for you. I'll put him, we'll say right over here, just so he's in her immediate area. And roll for both of his attacks.
Cool. So I'm going to do...
23 hits for 17 points of damage. Excellent.
It's a multi-attack, so I guess I get to do it again?
Yeah, it should be a multi-attack too, I think. So yeah, one more. Might have a hard time hitting a second one.
So.
Yeah, that's... Speaking of the devil. Okay, it does end its turn in her space, so she's going to take 5 more points.
Cool. Yeah.
And as you do that, actually, she's going to use another legendary action. She's going to do the arc. Oh, wait. Excuse me. Nope. The arc is a lair action. She is instead going to do, Oh. I think that's a concentration spell, my dude.
Is it?
Which means if you do that, you'll have to drop your Spirit Guardians.
And actually, at this juncture, I think it is concentration. But at this juncture, I think I'm okay. I mostly summon the Spirit Guardians for like the bulk of the enemies around me. It's thinned out a bit, so I'm fine dropping that to do this.
Okay, so drop your radius for me. She is going to try to do a tail attack. She's got a couple of options. I'm not sure if she wants to do you because of the fire elemental, or if she wants to do her other option. I'll roll, wheel or woe, Josh?
Wheel.
Okay, so if it's whoa, you get hit. Whoa, indeed! I am gonna roll a attack. That's a 19, I think, to hit. Yes, sir, a 19 to hit, which does hit a Z.
I'm gonna use shield.
Do it, yeah. You just did your turn, so you have your reaction back. That's perfect, yeah.
Okay.
Fantastic. You block as her tail swings towards you. Z throws up his hand, and I like to think it's like a wall of flame rises in front of him to intercept the tail and make it and just give him enough time to slip away. You still can move, and I think you still technically have a bonus action, unless it's a bonus action to order your elemental.
As far as I know, it's not a bonus action, but I don't know. We've gotten kind of complicated with the action economy around my character and what I can do.
No, I get you.
You know
It
what?
has its own turn and initiative. No, you're good.
I think is just because. No, I'm not gonna do that. Bonus action. I'm just going to actually. I'm gonna throw a whirlwind at this dude just to get him out of my face.
A whirlwind, okay. Against the gargoyle.
Yeah, that is to hit.
A strength save.
I think. I don't know. That's really
Oh, it gets a nat 20, my dude. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna make him take the damage on that. Unfortunately.
Didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Carry on.
It is resolute, hard in stone as we round to Davos. Devon, what's Davos got?
I think Davos is gonna keep going. You said that, so we. Yeah, he's gonna make his 3 attacks, then he might move away since she can't smack him. But first, he's gonna do the thing because I feel like this is his biggest damage output. I hope.
One of those does hit.
Dink, dink, dink. What's the bard's dance? Come on.
Fantastic. The 22 doesn't... Oh, no, that does meet. Excuse me. I take that back. Fantastic. Davos comes up with a flurry of blows.
15, 20... Is this out of that gargoyle's range? 25?
I don't see where you went, honestly.
Right here.
Oh, okay. You do exit that gargoyle's range. Yeah, I think they have a 5-foot range. So he does get a swipe on you. That does hit. Take 7 points of slashing damage.
It hit a 20.
All right. That's all 3 of his. Gargoyles A. I think this one is the red gargoyles. One of them is still on her. One of them still on her. So we'll okay. These 3 are to Sarissa. Oh fuck! 2 hits. No look for Sarissa. 3 hits. She takes 20 points of slashing damage. Devin, if you'll mark that off for me. These are coming to Prospera. No hits. 1 hit. She takes 7 points. Z, if you will mark that off for me. Those are the only 2 red Gargy boys. We come to the top of the round.
Did you say 7?
Yes, sir. 7.
Okay.
With her lair action, 20-foot sphere. I need... ...20-foot radius sphere. Oh. Okay. I need, Z, Bergen, and Gullbrand to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
I like you picked my worst stat and said do it. Do it.
Yes! All 3 of those are fails. Yep, it's a 15 save. All of you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as the ground beneath you begins to sink as a sinkhole, and you are pulled into the ground. You are prone and restrained. You have to use your action to make a DC 10 strength check to get out of that. So if all of you will mark that on yourselves and take the 10 points of damage. That was just her lair action. We come now to Imrit's actual action. And, some people just don't learn. And in this case, some people be you. She's going to come over to this side where she sees a nice little opportunity to blast.
Wow.
Hey, does she have to leave my range? You have to make that attack at disadvantage.
She technically does, yeah.
Close.
I don't know if you have to do it at disadvantage. She didn't use her ability to go. She used her actual movement speed.
But I'm restrained. Give me a sec. Keep going. I'll figure it out in a second.
Oh, you're... Yeah. F's in the chat for Arcanauts. I need Ark, Pandora, Bergen, Z, Davos, and Harshnag to all make dexterity saving throws. Oh boy!
Just give me the 44 damage and I'm down.
I'm using my inspiration.
Yeah, I think I should use my inspiration.
Yeah, I feel like I should.
Oh, Harshnag did well.
God, Fennec, stop it.
All right, let me see.
Yeah, I like that better. I like that better.
I would like to wheel Bergen's roll
Can you do that with any? Can you do that more than once?
up to 4 times.
Fantastic. Okay, so Bergen, you get to add a D6. Roll another D6. That's fantastic. Bergen and Barbara and Harshnag all pass. So Bergen, Barbara, Harshnag take 44 points of damage. Arcanox, Z, and Davos all take 88 points of damage. As again, this channel, this river of lightning crosses across the desert, and just the smell of ozone and singed flesh is sickening.
So
Terrifying.
I do have the rune, which knocks it down to 44. There is something I want to try.
Yes. Yes.
I don't.
Yes.
I've never done it before, and I don't actually
You
know how
haven't?
it works. But I have Strength of the Grave, and I think I'm actually in the damage range to try and roll to survive.
That's not what I thought you were going to say, but yeah, Strength of the Grave will apply in this
What
situation,
else do I
actually.
have to try and do there? I don't.
You only have 2 reactions, I
If
think.
he's thinking of absorb elements, I'm gonna come smack him because he's obsessed with that spell.
Is that a reaction?
Yeah, and it takes half the lightning damage away, Devin. It gives you resistance against the type. That's
Oh my
saving
God.
44 points of damage. Why would you,
I
like...
forgot that I even had that because you gave it to me as part of the. Okay, well I'm gonna do that. Screw with the rest of this.
Yes,
Joe's
yes.
obsessed.
It cuts it in half, and then I get to use absorb elements to have it again, right? I have the rune,
What cuts it in half the first? Oh, the rune. Yes, you are correct.
and so then if I use
Whoops.
absorb elements as a reaction, I also get to cut that in half again to 22.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, I'm doing that. I didn't even realize it was a reaction. Holy crap!
And over the weekend, I sent Josh a message, and it was reactions, and then fades into the mist, and I deleted them almost immediately after sending them.
I didn't know it was a reaction.
No. You're good. You're good. All right. So keep in mind your next melee hit, your next weapon hit, you get to add that 22 points of damage to it. It's lightning damage, but if you throw one of those rocks, it's gonna have a little extra sparky kick to it.
Okay, and I will burn that spell real quick. You made that a second level. Is it? It should be second here.
Okay.
I think it is a second level, correct?
All right, burn it off. Cool.
Stop it.
22 damage. All right, I'm still alive. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody.
Fennec.
1 second. This one will not move right, motherfucker. The difficult terrain actually is a little higher than what it's showing here. You stupid motherfucker. Roll 20. Thank you. Okay.
My armpits is getting a little sweaty.
A little spicy. All right, so there's a broader area of this damage now. Emerith does take another 5 points on her turn because she is technically on fire. Not that she's too worried about it at the moment. That was her attack.
Did you mark
concentrating.
Harshnag down?
Sorry.
Oh, I did. Yes, I did take off his 44, so you're
Okay.
good. Excellent. With that, I think she's going to end her turn and go to Pandora. Pandora, you have been blasted now for the second time by a big ol'... Or you dodged it both times, haven't you?
Did I dodge it that time?
Yeah, you
Yes,
did.
I'm sorry. I forget you have evasion. When you pass a deck save, you don't take anything.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
yeah. Sorry. My armpits are
exactly.
a little spicy now.
Yeah.
No, mine
So
are very spicy.
Pandora limbos twice under 2 arcs of death.
I'm losing all my 9
Fantastic.
lives,
Oh.
man.
I also need, I need Ark, Bergen, Z, and technically Harshnag. Or excuse me, no. Let me look again. Ark, Z, just you two, actually. I need each of you to make a Constitution save. You've got to beat a 14.
Well, I mean- Well, that's the best one I could have. Yeah.
Yeah, both of you pass and manage to stop a bit of that petrification from creeping in more. But you're very aware that it's creeping in. Pandora.
Okay, shit, she saw me this last turn, right?
Yeah, she used a legendary action to spot you. So you can use your bonus action to hide first and then shoot, or you can just fire and not worry about sneak attack damage and then hide after.
I think I'm gonna do that because I do have lucky points. So once I'm finally hidden, I'm gonna shoot the piss out of her. Shit. Okay, so
you will have to move to hide, probably.
yeah. Damn.
Oh,
I did that
that's
last
rough.
time too. Didn't I roll
Do you
a
wanna
nat
use-
one last time?
Do you want to use? Yeah, you did. Do you want to use inspiration or a lucky point?
I
Yeah.
already used my inspiration. Shit, I guess I will use a lucky point, because, like, damn. This fucking sucks. No, no. Let me stealth and make sure I get hidden.
Okay.
Instead of trying to steal
Well-
that shot. Yeah, that's better.
Okay. 30 is solid. I'll tell you, that's above her passive perception. I will say that you might have to move. With your cat-like reflexes, I'll say you can jump over that wall.
Yeah.
Because it's only about 10 foot high.
Oh, yeah, definitely then.
So you're cleared that point. You do have half cover now that you're behind that wall, and you do have your 30. In fact, roll one more check, because technically you would have advantage. No, I'm sorry. Ignore that. With that, we round to Gargoyles B, which I think is our green goyles. One of these is going to go for a swing on Goldbrand. One of them is going to go for a swing on Harshnag. For Goldbrand first. 1 hit. 2 hits. I need you to take 13 points, halved to 7. These are for Harshy Boy. No hits. 1 hit. Bergen takes 7 points off Harshnag. With that, we round to Goldbrand. What you got, dog?
Oh,
Goldbrand will... Oh man, it moved all the way over there. Goldbrand has to use his action to try to get out, right? He's restrained?
If you want to move, yeah, you're restrained and prone. Yes, sir.
Yeah, is that an attack action, athletics check to get out of that? What do I need to roll?
It's a strength check, I think.
Strength check. Heard.
It might be...
Gross. I want to use my inspiration.
If you want to, you certainly may.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it to get out of it. Or to hope.
Oh, hang on, Devin. Before you do that, you accidentally rolled a strength save. Roll a strength check for me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I think it's a strength save when it first happens, and it's a check to break out of it.
I'm still
Now
gonna
if you would like to use the inspiration,
I'm
yeah.
still going to end up using WoW.
Oh my god.
Wow.
You know what? I recant it. We'll let that 10 save pass. So you do... you do get your self pulled out. You use half your movement to stand up. So you still have 20 movement, I think?
Okay. 5, 10, 15. I'll take this thing off of me a second. 5. Nah, I'm going to kill this gargoyle real fast. And then we'll go deal with her.
You only have your bonus action.
Dude. And then he's going to throw... I know it may get to hit him, but he's going to throw his...
He gets a 16 on you, if that makes a...
That meets.
Does that... That means, okay, take 6 points... Or, excuse me, 7 points of damage. Half to 3. He does take that 13 points of damage, and you're raging, so that's +2, yeah?
Nah, it's only melee attacks. That's
I see.
5, 10, 15,
He is barely hanging on.
25. I guess I'm going to stop right there. Yeah, I guess it's going to be right
That's... Well, you used, what, 10 feet to move away from him first, yeah?
there. Just,
But then you added... I see. You were doing your cumulative movement. I gotcha. So we go to the third group of gargoyles. One of them is going to come down here. One of them is still actually grappled by Ark. A 6 he doesn't get to add enough to break out of that, so he's still restrained. One of them's going to make his swipes on Uthor. 1 hit, 2 hits, 13 points to Uthor. I'll mark that real quick for you, Ben. As we go to the Storm Giants. Let's start with Sarissa. What do you want to do, girl?
So,
Devin.
Sarissa?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, for a second I thought you were talking to Pandora. She's real close to dead since...
Oh, boy.
I guess she can't.
Remember.
She couldn't get this gargoyle with a lightning bolt, right? Is
She
moved,
technically-
like here.
I don't think she needs to move, really. I think it's like a 500-foot range for that. Maybe that's the trebuchet range.
No,
it's a
I'm
good
sorry.
enough distance where you're fine.
I'm talking about the straight line, the lightning strike. Oh,
Lightning strike is the.
it can
It's what
see
y'all were
within
using against the
500.
trebuchets.
I see. A creature
Oh,
within 500
wait.
feet.
It's a radius around them, I think, of 10 foot. But
Yeah. I think she's actually going to throw this gargoyle at him just to try to get some shit away from her.
at her lecto, okay, roll a d20.
D20. Roll first.
That
Gross.
is with the 14. That is just enough to hit Orlecto. The gargoyle crushes across him. He is in very rough shape. So Sarissa is good. Harshnag. What does he do, Bergen?
He's going to pick up that gargoyle and throw it at Himmerith.
Get it. Roll a d20 for me. That does hit. That does destroy the gargoyle and do a chunk to Imarithi.
He's going to move closer to Himmerith too.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. You can actually get even just a little bit further. Oh, your mace is still down there. I didn't see that. I'm just going to move that there so I don't lose it in Harshnag's token. I'm going to move this guy down one just to...
I am also down, just for the record. Bergen is down.
Oh, okay. I did not know that, so I'm glad to hear. Not glad to hear, but, thanks for telling. We're going to go, with that, we're going to go to Uthor and Prospera. So Ben and Z.
Prospera's gonna do what Prospera's been doing. She's gonna grab this gargoyle right here, and I guess she's gonna toss it at the dragon.
At the dragon? Okay. Roll a d20 for me.
God, I love using the gargoyles as fucking ammunition.
Ammunition. Isn't it great? Unfortunately, that does not hit Emerith's DC. So the gargoyle is chunked over there and hits the sand, but he's only going to take half damage.
I'm gonna move Prospera just like, actually, how much movement? They have 50?
50, yeah, so 10 squares.
5, 10, 15. Right there.
Okay. Uthor.
Uthor's going to follow suit and throw this gargoyle.
Fantastic. Roll a d20 for me. With your 14, that does hit. That destroys the gargoyle and deals another chunk to Imarithi.
Imorithi.
Fantastic. Orlecto, hanging on by a thread. And at this point, I'm actually going to tell you, Barb, he's going to go up on her and he's going to try to make 2 swings.
Yeah, he's out of shit to throw.
Well, and he does a lot more damage slashing than he does throwing. Roll 2d20 for me. You've got to beat a 3 each time.
Now I roll good. Fuck.
Yeah, now you do. That is 60 points of damage. You guys watch as Orlecto comes up and cleaves into Sarissa. She is bleeding out. They are both in very critical condition. It is one of them is going to die within the next round. And actually, as the Storm Giants collectively end their turn, Emerith is going to use another one of her abilities. I need Uthor, Ark, Pandora,
Damn.
and Goldbrand. Wait. Actually, Pandora, you're out of this one. Uthor, Goldbrand, and Ark. Each of you make a dex save.
Oh, not that big.
Same. Not the dex.
18 fails. Oh wait, this is for a different. No, yeah, both of those fail. Each of you takes 16 points of bludgeoning damage. You are knocked prone, and she's gonna fly 40 feet.
Arc is down.
She's gonna pop up here. Oop, she actually ends up right about here.
You get.
You get indeed. We are actually at about the hour-and-a-half point. Let's go ahead and take our break here, and then we'll pick up with the second half of this in just a moment.
Good.
We'll start off
Let's
with my
fucking-
death saving throw.
Every DM's favorite sentence. Redboat, you are tearing it up, my dude.
I know, he's
Keep
just
going.
been on a hard route.
Yeah.
He's not been a complete cunt today, so I'm not super mad at him, but I'm gonna knock on some wood as I say that. Is Ben local?
I think he went out to smoke again.
Okay. What? Oh, we're gonna start with his death saves. That's right. Oh boy.
You're on mute, babe.
I just put my robe on, and here we are at Spicy Armpits again.
Oh, he's heating up his ramen from last night. Okay. You're muted.
I was talking to you.
Oh. So, be a little high. Just saying. Makes it very
Same.
difficult to do the things.
Also same. Ooh. Gotta open my window and let a little cool air in, cool down these armpits. All right. As we return back to the scene, you guys have just had just been blasted back a bit by her impressive wing beats, which have strewn up this the sandstone, the glass, and pelted all of you with some of this. Arcanox, I believe that you are making a death saving throw.
I am.
Yeah. Roll a. Oh,
Oh,
that
baby.
is a fail, unfortunately. So take the one fail as we round to Bergen,
Who is also down, right?
who is also down.
Yes. Also,
Oh. Ember is on your person and does hatch and begin to burst into flame. You come up with 5 hit points. You are prone on your ass. You lose your turn, but you are up.
Okay.
For now. With that, we go to Z.
I don't know.
It's a tough order.
Let's see. Technically, I am prone and restrained, right?
From which effect? Refresh my memory.
There was something that happened with a dragon where the ground became
sand.
The sand.
Oh, the pit opened up. Yes. You have to use your action to try to dig yourself out of that. You as a caster aren't too impeded by it. You can still cast spells. However, you are going to have to make attack checks, I think, at disadvantage. I believe that's correct. Yes, Devin?
Run that by me again.
Restrained, even if you're restrained, spell attacks would still be at disadvantage, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. So you could attack, it would be a disadvantage. If it's something that makes her make a save, it wouldn't really affect your situation.
Could I conjure the spirit of the wind as my mount to like pull me out of this versus having a dig?
I will allow it, yeah.
I was reading on the elemental sheet and it said something about essentially the spirit of the wind turning into like foot whirlwinds essentially and like allowing you
Yeah.
to move at flying speed instead.
We'll say, is that a bonus action to conjure him in that way? I'm trying to remember.
I don't actually see anywhere in the action economy what it says it is.
I think it's under your feet for Spirit of the Wind. Let me see here. Come on, D&D Beyond.
Like I know I can use whirlwind as a bonus action, but I don't.
And I think you've already used that for the day.
Yeah.
Let me see. Ancestors, Flame Spirit of the Wind. You may also conjure the elemental as a mount or a combatant. It does not say. I'm going to say it's probably going to be an action. Just to keep things fair. You do also have your Fiery Boy still up, for what that is worth.
Yeah, his movement isn't going to get him close enough to do a whole lot of what I want to do. You know what, man? I don't know.
And you also still have electrical energy built up from your absorb elements.
Yeah, what I'll probably do is instead of trying to dig out of the hole, I'll probably just use the spell economy to my advantage to an extent and just sort of try to chill where I am. And instead I'm going to cast a couple of spells.
Cool.
What
you think, Boo?
I think the first one I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to hit her with another Synaptic Static.
Okay. What saving throw is that?
Toss it out, and it should pop in the chat.
A DC 17 intelligence save. Whoop. Oh, she still passed. She does take 14 points of psychicking damages.
Okay, and then as my bonus action, I guess I'm gonna do the magic stones to try and see if I can unleash a little bit of this electric energy.
Do it. Roll the hit. Gotta be the 22, 23. Yeah! Roll damage for that, and we're gonna. Roll damage for it. Okay. You watch as Z takes the stone in his hand that is basically looks like a hot coal, and he throws it, and as it strikes Imrith, it explodes into sparks. The sparks, unfortunately, have no effect against Imrith as she is immune to lightning damage, but she does take 11 points of damage from that stone, which is that's a pretty good fucking toss. I don't even know that spell could do that much damage.
That's not even the most it could do. Actually, no, it is the most it could do.
It's pretty close, yeah. Yeah, you got a 6 on a d6, so yep. Fantastic. That is your bonus action and your action. You cannot move because you are restrained. We go to Davos. Devon, what does Davos do?
I do have the
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I will move that
Oh,
over.
yes.
Pop one of these gargoyles.
Pick which one. I don't think it could get to Imrith, but it could probably get to any of those 3 gargoyles.
How the heck do I do this again? I'm just going to tell him to move over to this one. Pop that guy.
Okay, roll 2 attacks for it.
I was like, damn, red boat.
Okay, that looks weird. I don't know why it did 2 different types of damage for it.
That doesn't make any sense at all. It's supposed to be...
Yeah. Roll 1 more. So the 20 hits will do the 10 damage. So that puts
it's
him
supposed
at
to be
that
10
number.
damage. I don't know why that number was so high.
Yeah, it's trying to do 2 of them for some reason. The 13 does not hit, so it does deal 1 pop. As we go to Davos. Devin, what does our Dawnbringer do?
Was Davos caught in that lightning blast?
The last one he was, yeah.
I don't see a roll for him.
Oh. Well, thank you for being honest. Roll a dex save for me, Davos.
Dex save. Oh boy.
19 does not pass. He would have taken 88 points of lightning damage. Is he still up?
88. If I'm a sticky note, no. Not still up. Thanks.
Not still up. So make a death save for me. Oh boy.
That's unfortunate. We needed him. Death save. I can't do that because I can't edit his.
Okay, just mark down that he has. Roll a con save for him, and then mark down if it's a. Or no, it's a straight 10, I think.
Straight
20.
20.
Or it should be a straight 20.
Yeah. He got a 16.
Okay, so mark down a success for him. The battlefield's looking pretty rough as we round to the 3rd group of gargoyles. I think this is the red gargoyles, of whom I do not see... Oh, no, there is one down here by this guy. He is going to go ahead and make his 3 attacks against the elemental. An 18, I imagine, hits.
Yep.
he takes a bit of damage. I'll mark it on the token for you. Boop.
So note, he does have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Does it say non-magical, or does it just say
It
resistance?
does say
to all?
non-magical, yeah.
Okay. I actually, now that thinking about it, oh, these are made from a stone. Yeah, they are technically magical constructs. Okay. All right. So, excellent. Or less than excellent. As we go. Oh, actually, at the end of that turn, Emerith is going to use one of her legendary actions.
Be a little
Oh.
bitch.
Sorry, one other thing I wanted to add, because this character is complicated, but it's why I picked him. If anything does a melee attack on him within 5 feet, it takes 5 fire damage.
Oh, the fire elemental.
Yeah.
Excellent. So the gargoyle gets a little bit of a splashback on that. Emerith is going to use her legendary action. And I think I know what she's going to do, but I'll do a Wheeler Woe. I'll roll this in chat. If this is even, she's going to go for Sarissa. If it is odd, she will go for Prospera. So even, Sarissa. Sarissa.
Oh,
She has to roll above a 2 for this to hit. So if it's 2 or 1, Sarissa is down.
yike.
And Sarissa, you guys watch as Emerith's tail flings by and slams into Sarissa. Oh! Oh no, one of them fell behind my desk. I'm
There you go.
in a state of anxiety. As the tail swings over and is about to make contact with Sarissa, a lightning bolt from the sky strikes down in front of her, blasting back sand, blinding all of you for a moment. And as your vision returns, you see King Hecaton grappling onto her tail, blocking the blow that would have ended his daughter's life. Hecaton has joined the fight. I was going to give this to Davos, but since he's not here, I'll take care of him. We're going to pop him into initiative in just 1 second. Let me just get a token down here. Bloop! He will take the damage for that, which is going to be...
Can I just say, arriving in a bolt of lightning is the most badass thing you could possibly do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
You damn right. I'm going to go ahead and roll. He gets out of 6 to this. He is going to go on count 11 with Arkin, Bergen, and Z. So he does not go yet. That was the end of Emerith's bit. That was her last legendary action of that round. As it is a new round, she gets to roll a d6. I'll do these in chat too. If it's a 5 or a 6, she regains her lightning breath. She rolled a 3, so she does not. Thank fucking God. Now it's her lair action, and she is going to do, I think she's going to do a lightning arc. Oh, but she can't do it against the storm giants. Okay, Harshnag and Bergen, I need each of you to make a dex save. I'll roll for
Fine.
Harshy Boy.
He just stood up.
Yep. Dex save?
That is harsh.
Harsh neck.
Did you roll, oh, you only had to beat a 15, so you just barely make it, Bergen. Harshnag does... Yeah, I rolled 1 for Harshnag. Oh, I see. Is that what the 11 was for? That he would have passed anyway, so we're good. He is going to... Or excuse me, he would have failed anyway, so it's fine. He is going to take the full 10 points of that damage. He is looking pretty rough, and he also has to make a con save, which is pretty good for him, so I'm not too worried about him. Excellent. Fantastic. That was her lair action, and now it's Emerith's actual turn. She sees Hecaton arrive, and this shifts her priorities a little bit, but she wants to clean up the field a bit. So she's going to do a couple of things. In fact... Yeah, she is going to move over here. Sarissa technically would get an attack of opportunity. I think that's Devin, if you want to roll a d20 for me. Boop, a 19 does hit. So she is going to take an extra...
30 damage.
Is that 30? Good for Sarissa in her fucking last moments, fighting to the fucking last man. Excellent, excellent. Oh, and I just realized we're gonna have Hecaton just go with all the other Storm Giants, because that makes sense. I am gonna pop her a little diagonal, because she's actually a little more over here. That was just her movement. So, this first strike, I think she's actually gonna take on Uthor. Fuck, I don't have my dice. That's a 19 to hit, so Ben, I need you to take off... Where's her fucking... Not tail attack. Claw attack. There it is. I need Uthor to take 16 points of damage.
16 heard.
This next one, Pandora, your last one was a 30, so she doesn't see you. She's going to go for one on Prospera. This is going to be her bite attack. That does also hit, but she resists the lightning, or she doesn't take damage from the lightning damage, she just takes it from the actual chomp. Oh, I'm sorry, Z, I just put that damage on her. And you know what? She still has a bit of movement. She's going to go a little further. She's still within Hecaton's range, so he doesn't get an attack of opportunity on her. You guys watch as Imrit's arm reaches up and picks up Ark's corpse, his currently limp body. And you hear her laughing, and she goes, "You foolish Dragonborn! You demi-drakes have all the bark, but never any of the bite to back it up." And she coils him within her fingers and slams him into the sandy stadium below.
Your mom backs it up.
Your mom... What a topic! Emmerich begins laughing, this booming, thunderous laugh, appropriate for a dragon of lightning and thunder. And as she bears her full weight onto Ark, you see a glow. Light that begins to rise from between her fingers. You see her face, like, reel back in shock and surprise. And as she, Ark, I need you to make a athletics check for me.
Yes, sir.
17, I think is going to be enough. Give me 1 second. Fuck, I lost my other d20.
Good job.
Oh, that's going to be close. What's her fucking strength? You beat her by 2.
Yeah.
You guys watch as the massive claw of this gargantuan dragon suddenly breaks open as a burst of this multicolored flame erupts from her hand. And at the heart of this chromatic inferno stands Ark, with 2 broad wings of multicolored flame stretching 15 feet out from him in either side. My dude, you get several perks from this. Your flying, you get a flying speed of 50. Your strength and constitution scores both go up by 2. As your constitution goes up, you get an extra HP per level. You guys are level 12 now, so Ark, you are actually up at 12 hit points.
Oh, yeah.
Well done.
I think you get one more thing. Let me see. Oh, your breath attacks deal an extra 1d10 damage. As Ark rises up as the motherfucking...
That makes my strength and con 22 each.
That's fantastic. And I've actually... do me a favor. Go to your feats tab. Hit add... it might be manage feats.
Yeah.
Let me save this. And you're going to add Blessing of the Drake. Do you see that, my dude?
Oh, I...
Alright, that should automatically bump up your scores.
Cool.
I don't think it did. Interesting, let me try to refresh that. And it's still not showing it. Huh. Well, you're at 12 hit points, and whenever you deal a melee attack, remember you do 1 additional damage per hit. As Ark burst from her claw, much to her surprise and chagrin, and seems to be engulfed in this multicolored flame. Pandora, as you see Ark erupt from her hand, what do you do?
Okay, so like I'm pretty mad that she was slinging like my buddy around. Like, damn, bitch.
Yeah, it made me go Super Saiyan, so it's fine.
Yeah, but like the audacity of her. Okay, so I am actually hitting this round. So now I'm gonna make sure with my damn sheer like cat luck that I'm gonna fucking hit her, so I can fucking hit her with a dragon arrow and fucking pop a charge on this bitch, like I've wanted
Fantastic.
to do this whole fucking time. Okay, I guess I'm using a luck point because that doesn't hit her. Fuck this shit. She's getting hit. There we go.
All right. So the 9 plus the 18, that's 27 points. She has to make a save for the arrow. I think it's a con save, but I will double
Where's
check.
my button to hit when I hit where's my charge? It's somewhere in here. Boo.
The
You
arrow,
really are.
she has to make a Constitution save.
Really are getting the short end of the stick on them rolls tonight.
There's been
Let's
some
see.
Chromie.
Okay, it's just the one charge. Okay.
Unfortunately, she does make her save, but she takes half damage. Roll 6d10 for me.
Shit, yeah. I love rolling 6d10.
36 plus 17.
Wasn't bad.
36, excuse me, 38 would be 17, 36, 43, 53 points of damage as Barbara lays into Imrith with a very well-placed shot. It's funny, her hand burst open, and as it does, Imrith, like, her head recoils back in surprise, and Pandora manages just to get, like, right at the point where her neck meets her chest for a very vital blow. Unfortunately, with your 23, you do not feel very well hidden. She knows exactly where you are.
I feel like I just buried myself in the sand a little, like those little crabs that kind of like
Yeah.
pop their head out and shit.
Excellent. That's your action, your bonus action. There's one more, excuse me. Yeah, there is one more green gargoyle. It's going to make his attacks at Harshnag. One hit. So Bergen takes 7 points off of Harshnag. Golbrand, as we come to you.
Oh boy, man, can Goldbrand get over there? Is it worth it? Oh man.
many
Oh
questions.
man. Yeah, I hate this. Thanks. I don't have a specific spell prepared, and that makes me angry. All right.
Well, I lost the d20, so that makes me angry.
Yeah, we all been there. All right, Goldbrand will try to. These are 10 feet squares to get through.
The yellow is all difficult terrain. If you can move through it as normal terrain, but you'll take damage. Devin said no to that.
Man,
Having to break into my reserve dice.
I'm guessing I can't run up to her wing over here and smack it.
Her wing is probably pretty high off the ground.
Alright. Okay. Goldbrand will drop his rage.
Good boy.
Oh my god.
And transform into a dragon.
There are a couple of things I can try. Honestly, I want to try to burn her legendary resistances. I don't think she's used any of them, which fucking
She really
sucks.
hasn't. Yeah, no, y'all haven't used a whole lot of those types of abilities.
Yeah, she hasn't failed a lot of anything, because she's stacked.
Yeah.
So I'll start with Earthbind. I don't think it's gonna work out. It's a
strength
DC 16 strength save. Yeah.
Her strength saves aren't great, but good
Damn.
enough. You watch as vines come up from the sandy ground and try to wrap around her limbs, her wings, but she easily rattles them loose. Your bonus action.
Gonna chuck a javelin at her. I wish I had some freaking healing spells prepared, and I would go help my boys.
You went to one of the final battles without healing spells? You
You
fool.
don't have good berries? What are you doing, dude? What kind of druid are you?
Force feeding them good berries.
Yeah, DPS druid, unfortunately. with some control mixed in. None of that works on a dragon.
She's going to use her legendary action at the end of your turn. I need... Oh, and technically, Ark, were moved by her. You are closer to here at the moment. Barbara failed her stealth check. Barbara, she's going to go with the tail attack on you. Does a 3 plus... Does a 19 hit?
Damn, it does.
18 points of bludgeoning damage as her tail slams down in front of you. Bill Brand, if that's... you're welcome to move if you would like to. While you're doing that, we'll go to Gargoyle C, which I believe is the yellow gargoyles. This one... Earlier he was restrained, but I think when Arc dropped, that a magical effect would have dropped. Well, no, because it's technically just the anchor and chain. I'll say that he's still fucking dead.
I think he has to make the save to get out of it.
Yeah, I'll say he's gonna choose to do his attacks at disadvantage to try to get Uthor. That's a miss. Oh, 2 15s, which yeah, that's a hit. And then for the third one, that's a miss. So 7 points of damage to Uthor. I'll mark that off real quick. Boodly boop. He's the only one left of that group. As we go to the Storm Giants, I need Barbara and Devin to roll a d20 for me. I will also roll one.
Damn.
What?
You heard me, motherfucker. Roll a d goddamn 20.
I don't wanna. I wanna cast a spell.
Oh,
Gross.
no.
Oh. So what this was for was to see which of those 3 giants in the northwest corner would move first. Orlecto rolled the highest.
Piss.
You watch as Orlecto, Hecaton burst in and blocks the tail from hurting Sarissa. Perhaps at this point, he's not even fully cognizant of the situation, does not know that Orlecto is a traitor, just sees Orlecto and Sarissa being attacked, and believes that he is doing good in stopping this assault, while Orlecto grins wickedly, pulls out his sword, and he makes both slashes at Sarissa. I'm going to roll 2d20. He only has to beat, I think, a 3. That only rolled 1. Oh! One of them hits. She is downed, but he does not get to he does not get to give her 2 fails. So, Sarissa is officially down at this point. So at this point, Harshnag, Prospera, Uthor, what do you 3 do?
Prospera's gonna go swing at that Nick.
Sweet, roll 2 d20s.
Shouldn't have gone that way, but it's a 13 and a 12.
Which, I think
Plus
you said 14 to that?
Yeah.
Both of those hits, okay?
That's 60 damage?
It is. Uthor.
Oh, sorry, that's me, right?
Oh, actually, as she does that, and ends what would be her turn, Emmerich is going to use 2 more legendary actions. I need Uthor, Ark, Prospera, Barbara, and Bergen to all make dex saves for me. I'll roll 2 for the Giants. Whatever the first result is will be for, we'll say Prospera, ladies first. Both of them fail. Barb fails. Oh, right, no, I'm sorry. This is for the wing attack. It's only a... No, it's still a high DC. All of you fail.
Bro.
All of you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage. Which I think puts Bergen back down.
Yes.
Is that correct? Oh, that's rough. Bergen, you again feel the wind knocked out of you as she stirs up this sandstorm. Each of you take that 16 points. I'm going to mark that off of Uthor. Z, if you'll put that off of Prosper real quick.
I did. You're good.
Oh, yeah, Barbara, yes, you are correct. Excellent. Both of you go back down. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's dicey. She does get to move with this. She is going to choose... Where's her best bet? She's going to move on the exact opposite side of the battlefield. This does not provoke opportunity attacks. We pick back up with Uthor. You have 50 feet movement speed. Let me turn her around. Stop it. She does have, or you do have 50 feet movement speed, but the yellow is all difficult terrain, meaning it costs double.
This is a very small note, but I think at the top of her turn also, unless somebody's done something, she should have taken 5 fire damage.
Oh, she will take it, but I will say that as she did the gust of wind with her wings, it did extinguish the flames. That is after the start of her turn, though, so she does take that 5. Excellent. Uthor, what do you do?
See this yellow bastard right here?
Yep.
I'm throwing it at her head.
Part of me wants to say, since it's still chained to you, that Ark unwillingly goes along with it, but we won't do that. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me. Fantastic. That one was low enough to where the gargoyle does shatter across her as it deals a decent little chunk of damage. She is looking very rough. Harshnag. I'm sorry, what was that, Devin?
Go ahead, never mind. I'll ask a second.
Harshnag. I'm sorry, that's Bergen.
My bad. I was on mute.
There you go, Doug.
Okay, so the net is an action.
The net is an attack, yeah.
Alright, he's gonna net.
Okay. Roll to hit, so roll a d20. You have to beat with the 14, a 9. Which you do. You guys watch as Hecaton, seeing that the beast is weakened, grabs onto his net and throws it over her. And this is weighed down by numerous large stones and actually binds itself within her wings. She cannot fly at this point. Hecaton does get to make a move, but he's going to use it to kill Orlecto. Cool. He is going to strike through him. He does not have any healing magic, so he cannot help Sarissa. That leaves Prospera. I think it does anyway. Yeah?
Oh, no, Prospera already went. She did the swing on the neck.
You're right. So that is all of our giants. Arcanox, you are down, is that correct?
Yeah, I went back down.
Oh, no. Okay, so roll a death save for me.
Oh.
Hey!
With a 20, I will say once again, Ark, she tries to blast you back, but your resolve is formidable. You will not stay down. With a nat fucking 20, not only are you up, my dude, I'll let you make an action. And you have your wings, so you can ignore that difficult terrain.
Actually, I can. Fly over here and hit her with another breath weapon.
With a breath weapon? Fantastic. Roll damage. Or, well, she has to make a save.
Yeah, it's an 18 dex now.
18. Fantastic. Oh, she just
21.
barely fails.
Like being netted would make it like a disadvantage on dex or something. I'm just saying.
We won't get greedy. Arcanox, you still have a bonus action.
I see, so the net doesn't restrain her. Sad face.
Well, if I have a bonus action, I'm gonna throw a dredge out again. Hit her with a range.
Roll to hit.
Since I'm over here. Ah, fuck.
A 20 does not hit, unfortunately. You guys watch as Ark, who you thought was down again, and his wings, which are physical scaled wings, they were just reeds in this sort of multicolor flame. As they burst open again and reveal that he is still standing, he rushes forward very swiftly. He takes Dredge, and with a slash of it, water cuts along Imrit's face, but she weaves out of the way as a burst of flame engulfs her. She is looking very, very rough. As we round to Bergen. Are you conscious, Bergen?
No, I don't think so. I think I gotta do a death save.
I'm sorry. Roll a death save.
Well, damn!
20!
Oh my goodness.
Yeah!
Bergen, empowered by the divine might of Helm, you persevere, pull through. You hear that voice in the back of your mind. We're not done yet, Stonespire. And you find yourself barely clinging on. You have 1 hit point. You see Imerith entangled with Harshnag and Ark, looming over Davos and Z. The battlefield tossed with sand. Sarissa lying dead up there. You see all of the giants heavily wounded. What do you do?
Yes. That was gonna
Heal,
make
baby, heal.
yeah, I guess I have to. Let's see. Healy myself.
Okay. Always a good priority.
Oh yeah, always good.
Fantastic. 2 nat 20s on death saving throws, though. I've got goosebumps. That's fucking...
Like back to
That
back,
was awesome.
too.
Talk about turning the fucking tide. I was like, oh, fuck.
And then,
Excellent. You get...
Shooty mace for the action.
Roll to hit.
Emerith. Yeah.
15 does not hit, unfortunately. You do, you feel that force of Helm come through you, and you cast that spell, empowering you even more. In fact, do me a favor. Roll a second time. Roll with advantage. Oh, better, but not quite there. I was about to use a legendary action to pop you, but she's used all of them for this round, so you're welcome. As Bergen finishes up, you may move if you would like to, my dude. As we go to Zarok, you are barely hanging on. You see that Z and Bergen, that Ark and Bergen, while resilient, are also kind of faltering. They are tremendously hurt. What do you do?
Yeah, how much HP did I come back with, by the way? Like
We'll say just 1. I did 12 earlier because of that Constitution, but that'll at least get you,
that's what
you know.
I can't be up and down.
Yeah.
Schrodinger's dragon. Both
I
up
think
and
Z,
down.
in this
Both
moment,
down and
is
not down.
First, gonna use a bonus action to convert 5 sorcery points.
Oh, I love to hear that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to cast a 5th level
Oh.
fireball.
Excellent. Are you doing it as fire?
No, actually.
Oh, actually, withhold that. You guys watch as Z, again, having already been battered and bruised, watched all of his allies fall. The wind begins to pick up around him, almost as if the spirit of the wind is picking up the sand in the sandstorm, swirling about him in all directions. And you watch as the sand begins to shift through phases of matter. Some of it bursts into flame. Some of it freeze and crystallize into like snowflakes and hail. And some of them gather up into large clumps of sandstone. And all of this builds together within Ark's hands as he thrusts forward, and this burst of might, all of the sand rushes toward her as 4 different elemental types of damage, blasting in. The sand and stone smash into her side. The fire sears her face. The frost crosses and blinds her. The very wind seems to push her back. And then as Z sees this moment of where she is back on her hind legs, there is an opportunity dead center in her chest, and he fires off that fireball. And as it slams in, it doesn't matter if she makes her save. It doesn't matter if she uses her legendary resistance. The damage that you would do with this is enough to where immediately you watch as at the base of her neck, the scales are almost ripped away, revealing flesh and the vertebrae beneath. And with a final burst, her neck is detached from her body, and with a bloody thump, she collapses onto the sands, pouring blood. Witness! As Z has just slain Imarith! Wow, fucking vote, ladies and gentlemen!
Man.
Woo!
That was looking grim, man.
Yeah,
That was a nail biter.
Almost do it. Shit.
That was fucking looking grim, dude.
Oh, holy shit! Those 2 fucking death save nat 20s.
I
That
can't
might
believe
have
it,
changed the fate of this. Like, fantastic. Imarith collapses into this disgusting heap. It is the very, very early hours of the morning. We're talking probably 3 or 4 a.m. at this point. You are all exhausted, and
Goburn tries
Initial-
to stabilize Davos. I think he's the only still down.
Not true. Sarissa is also down. Goldbrand rushes to Davos. Make a medicine check for me.
Oh no.
I guess I want to try to help Bergen. While he's
Holy
doing that.
mans! Goldbrand says loudly.
You beat a 10, so he is stable at least.
Okay, good.
But he's pretty fucked up. Orlecto is dead, so we are technically out of combat as Imarith is slain. The last few of her gargoyles that have been clinging to life erode back into the dust before. What do you guys do?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pick up whoever's down. So Sarissa
Oh, I
and
forgot you were up.
Yeah, just barely.
yeah, and fucking Davos.
Okay.
Like, they're not.
Do you have a spell that
they're
can
just,
hit both of them?
Man, I don't think from that distance. I would have to go up to and do it on each individually.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Davos, you could hit Davos now. Go ahead and move 6 squares and pop Davos with a heal. Sarissa's gonna make a death save. I don't think. No, it's just a flat 10. So yes, she does not pass that save. Pop your spell to heal Davos, and that'll pick him up. 22. What are the rest of you doing? You see Sarissa down. You see Hecaton cradling her, weeping as I believe he just again has lost his daughter after narrowly saving her. What do you guys do?
I mean, Davos can run over there and cure wounds.
He has to touch her for that.
Yeah,
he
he has
can
to go over there. Hold on a second. He has 22 health.
Throw him. It's a health grenade.
How many people did everybody get that? Sorry.
I think that one was just
Davos.
Just Davos.
Yeah. I was trying to clarify. Sorry.
No, good ask.
He has cure wounds. He has lay on hands. He has healing word.
There you go. Okay.
10, 15, 20. Does that get him close enough? 60 feet?
Healing word, I think, is 60 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
It should say it on your spell.
It's just close enough. I counted real quick.
Cool.
Perfect.
Yeah, he's gonna do that.
With a healing word from Davos, air once more comes into Sarissa's lungs, and you see Hecaton begin weeping and go, "Never do that again." Oh, thanks, Dronmas, you are safe. He turns to look over at all of you and at the corpse of Imarith, and he seems just blown away entirely. He says, "My lords, you have done us a great aid this day. Defeated the doom of the desert, the dragon of statues, and put an end to her reign. My people owe you an insurmountable debt. But first, we must find the ruling scepter. I imagine it is within her lair. I will tend to Sarissa if you would like to search for it."
Oh,
Actually, I'm gonna sit down if that's okay.
Can we
Yeah.
can we sit down for a minute?
Yeah, y'all certainly. Y'all can take a short rest if y'all want. Y'all definitely all need it. So
I mentioned the spirit of the wind just like caresses me down inside of these walls. I just fall asleep for a second.
I'm gonna
against it.
use. God, I'm just gonna use all my goddamn hit dice.
yeah, I mean,
I don't.
No
So I
time like
still
present.
can't figure out how to make a
Fuck
short
it,
rest
tens
work
of-
the way I wanted to.
I'll take it. And
I'll have to do Davos's here in a second. Short rest. Davos sings a song of rest, so we all get an extra D8 of healing.
Holy Jesus! Oh, I actually did it right for once. Nice. Wait. Just roll a random D8. I'm gonna do it. Oh, heck yes.
look at all them big heels.
I'm back up to 107 out of 110 with that short rest, baby. What's up?
Zia ready to go.
I killed a dragon and got amped.
fucking computer. Damn it.
You guys see with a chill as a second blue dragon appears. Ah!
And teleportation circle. I'm never coming back. See ya.
Yeah, deuces. I am gonna put him over here. That's just a corpse.
Can I pick through the corpse?
Yeah,
Has she
let's
got
loot it.
anything I can pull off her?
Well, we're going to go through a few things. There are 3 things that you guys can do at this point. Or 2 at this point. You can search for her hoard. You can harvest dragon parts. We'll just knock this out real quick since we're getting close to our end time. For the dragon parts, automatically, with the help from the giants, you guys get a number of bones, small horns, and scales. You guys can make bows, swords, armor, dagger, arrowheads, shields, any of that stuff from what you've already collected. But there are 3 particular tricky bits that you could try to collect as well. The first is the main horn, the lightning rod on her head. This can make very powerful magical items, staves, swords, hammers, axes. You can try to collect it with a survival check, but it is a very difficult check, and if you fail, things might get a little spicy.
Where's Tally when you need him?
Think I can do
Goldbrand's
spice
survival.
right now.
Goldbrand's survival's pretty good, and he's feeling good. If y'all want him to try, but
I mean,
Yeah, my survival's -1.
do you still have inspiration, my man?
nah, I can
Can I
wheel
give-
it if we.
Can I
if
give
we
you
really-
mine?
I think that's only as a reaction on somebody else's check, if I'm not mistaken.
You may be right. Davos could inspire him.
That's fair, yeah. Davos could give you a
His
D.
heroic actions of
8?
healing
A
and...
Oh,
D8.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That or
Davos
if
can-
I will
Davos-
impart
You what-
on you.
Ooh, duh. Even the inspiration may not be enough.
Roll the D8.
Can
Wow.
I impart
Oh,
on
that
you
is
my
not
true
enough.
inspiration of a double?
Too fucking bad. No, it's Goldbrand tries to hack his way through the skin around the base of the horn, but as he does, do you fail it by more than 5? You got a 14 total. The horn cracks, and Devin, you take 4d10 lightning damage.
Ooh.
Oh man.
It's okay. Goldbrand was at full
20
health.
points. Yeah, 20
Yeah.
points. So you're the horn is ruined, but you're still up. The next thing that you can collect is the membrane of her wings. You can use this to make a cloak of protection, a cloak of flight, or a cloak of disguise self. These are these are a lower check. It's not easy, and you get a few of them. Who wants to try to roll for that?
Is it a fucking
What's the
survival check?
It is a survival check still, yeah. All your harvesting will be survival.
I don't know, guys, I'm at a 0. I don't know what you
Mine's
guys said.
-1.
Mine's no better than Goldbrand.
Might be Goldbrand harvesting the dragon while y'all look for the
Yeah.
booty.
If anybody has a
Yeah, I got
positive, now's the time to speak up.
I got no. It's 0.
25.
Oh.
That's excellent. Goldbrand, you very cleanly harvest a section of the wing membrane. Since you've done it successfully, you can make the other checks on this with advantage. Make another check with advantage for me.
Shit, yeah.
Make another check with advantage.
Shit, yeah.
Make another check with advantage.
Goldbrand's pissed he didn't get the horn.
Make another check with advantage.
At this point, he should just pass them all. Damn.
How many 25s can this man roll?
A lot, apparently.
That does not pass. I think you have 2 more checks.
Okay.
Oh. I think you need to roll 1 more.
That's
Yeah,
21
one more.
above it.
Well, there was the 10, the 21.
The 10 was with the 15.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
just
was
do 25
15.
together.
Oh, thank you.
21 is
Okay,
with the
so
9.
you get 1 more check.
Oh god.
You gotta beat a 16, and you do. Goldbrand, rather efficiently actually, manages to collect enough membranes for each of you to have some to use in a cloak of your choice.
Oh, yeah.
We'll burn that bridge when we come to it. But Devin, if you'll drop in 6 wing membranes in the bag of holding. This brings us to the last special tricky thing. This is what is known by many as the Draconis Fundamentium. It is the in a green dragon, it would be a poison sac. In a red dragon, it would be a gaseous sac. There is a type of liquid energy that is stored within a ball near her heart, and this is the source of her lightning breath.
Get her
you can
sack.
You can collect it to use it as a bomb that will deal the same damage as her lightning breath does. Granted, in a radius rather than a line, but still. It is an incredibly dangerous check, as you've seen her lightning breath, so you know it can put out a good bit of damage. Devin, do you want to try for this?
Yeah,
Don't do it, bro.
I'm gonna rage before I do it, but yeah, Goldbrand just hits a big line of bloodweed and then goes to work.
Okay. Roll a single flat survival check for me.
Ooh,
It's a high check.
it's not good as 13. It's not good. No.
Oh, I didn't realize that was your... I need you to make a dex save for me.
Oh, God.
You're raging. I'm not going to say you get advantage, because while you can't technically see the source until you cut into it.
Okay, it's 14.
That does not pass. Goldbrand, you take 88 points, half to 44 points of lightning damage.
That's okay.
As there is this burst of electrical energy at the base of Imrith's throat. Again, spires of glass rising up as the lightning arcs off of them. You do manage to harvest the membranes and some stuff for some weapons, but you do not get the Draconis Fundamentium or her main horn. The human horn! With that, you guys do make your way into the lower chambers of Ascor to find her hoard. And you do, after some time, you do manage to find it. There's quite a bit here. It is a massive pile of gold, sand, gemstones, and debris. There are thousands of gold coins here, but you have to collect them. It takes a bit of time. For every hour that you work, you sort through and collect 1,000 gold pieces. This is you guys working as a party. You guys know it is technically early morning in the day before the Battle of Bane. So you're not in a rush off to anywhere today if you want to try to stay and collect a good bit, but if y'all want to do any prep on the battlefield or anything like that, you want to take that into consideration.
I need a long rest.
I vote that we spend like 4 hours minimum looting. That's 4,000 gold, and then it would be like what, like early morning ish. Like
It would be like dawn. You guys could nap and be up at noon.
I have a question for the party, too.
Yeah.
We have an item called the
Banner?
Banner of Krigrun.
Mhm.
It's a pretty cool item, but I'm antsy about destroying runes, but if you use time to transfer it to a point, it's destroyed. But when you do that, you get a +1 bonus to attack rolls and your AC within a 500-foot radius.
And that's for all your allies, so that would be a pretty big boon during the actual battle.
So I think that maybe we should spend some time, if we know where we're going to fight, just deciding we're going to spend the day using that rune in that area.
I don't think it takes a full day, but it is a good bit of time.
you have to do it in an area. It doesn't like attach to an item.
No, it's a
Well,
500
it's
foot
the
radius.
item itself. Yeah,
So-
it makes the rune in a set location. You know how some of them can be transferred to an item.
Yeah.
This can be transferred to a
Location.
set location.
Let's see.
Yeah,
So,
which you could do outside Secumber and do that.
So do we have to long rest before the fight? Because if it's the day before the fight, we're gonna get to sleep tonight. Do we need to sleep before then, or can we just loot, go back?
Y'all are feeling a little like Bergen, for example. You still are partially petrified. You still have 2 points of exhaustion.
Yeah.
You can use a lesser restoration to drop that by 1 point, or you can use a greater restoration to knock them both off. Or you can.
I'm gonna use a lesser.
Is that
Okay,
a
so
status? Is that a status condition? Davos Mike can remove that with a certain amount of lay on hands.
I don't think it's if it lets him do a lesser restoration, it will. Bergen, you are down to 1 point of exhaustion instead of the 2. And really, it's not really the exhaustion he's treating, because again, this is petrification. He is easing away the petrified parts of his body.
Cure a
do you think?
disease or neutralize a poison.
No, sir.
I think while you guys are collecting gold, I think Z's probably going to try to spend his time. I don't know where we are or how
Well,
we can do that.
give 1 second before you do that. So, in this pile of gold and debris, you guys do work on it for several hours. And there's not just the gold, gemstones, and debris in it. You also find several sarcophagi. That is to say, like Egyptian-style sarcophaguses. There are 2 that you get to rather easily. If you open them up, The first one has a very nice ornate spell scroll in it. Somebody can make a Arcana check to see if they can identify it.
That's her Arcana. I do. Davos does.
His is okay, I think. I don't think it's great.
I think yours is one higher than his, if I remember correctly.
I'll roll.
22. You do identify this. This is a scroll of anti-magic field. It's a very powerful 8th level spell. Bergen is the only one in your party who can cast it, and he has to make a DC 18 wisdom check. Devin, if you'll drop in the bag 4,000 gold and a scroll of anti-magic field.
Herb.
You also find a few magical items. You find slippers of spider climbing, which I think slippers is silly, but that's what the item's called. You find gloves of missile snaring that let you catch projectiles. You also find an amulet of proof against detection and location. This is what Imarith was using to not be scryed upon. I'm going to drop this in your bag of holding real quick.
Do not perceive
Pandora's
me.
like, gimme.
Yeah. Do not perceive me.
Do not... Well, it's not for, like, stealth checks. It's for, like, scrying and stuff.
Okay, fair.
But I love the mindset. Okay, I'll put those 3 in. In the second sarcophagus... Oh, yeah, in the second sarcophagus, you find a ring of protection, dimensional shackles, and a necklace of prayer beads. Bergen, you, in particular, might be interested in that necklace of prayer beads. I will try to go back through over the week and link these. You don't have to pick any items now, because obviously we're not going to be getting into another fight today. I will try to link all these to where you guys can check to see what they do, and y'all can dibs them as you want. And feel free to do that. And never feel like, oh, I don't want to dibs it in case somebody else wants it. Put a dibs out there. If somebody else wants to contest it, we'll work it out. I would rather you guys, have the stuff that you get instead of just letting it sit there. Because you do pull out 2,000, or excuse me, because you work for 4 hours, you actually discover another one. Z, roll a d4 for me.
D4.
Roll a 1.
I did.
I didn't know if this would happen. I'm so excited. You guys are working for quite a while. Again, this is not just... You're not just putting gold in the bag of holding and shoveling it in. You're sorting through sand, debris, through bits of stone, through ruined bits of murals and hieroglyphs. And as you're doing this, you come across another one. And Z, you're the one who finds it, actually. And it seems a little different. The sarcophagus is brilliantly decorated, gilded in gold, and set with a face that has 2 rubies embedded into the front of it. Anyone who wants to can try to make a history check. Or an arcana check, actually.
Yeah.
Bless you.
But I think your history check.
Hello.
I didn't get it. Hey,
24 is
Z,
pretty
coming in
good.
clutch.
If anybody else wants to roll, they can.
Devin is very afraid. Don't
It's
like any of
Brendan
this.
Brazier. Panic.
And
I'm gonna roll the dice.
anyone else? Technically, it's
Roll
Dwayne
now.
The Rock Johnson. He's the Scorpion King.
Oh, yeah.
This is a rock.
With a 24, you're familiar with this. You've heard legends of these. Ancient humans, particularly the Netherese, I think is how it's pronounced. Nethes, maybe. No, Nethes was that NPC, that dude we played with that one time.
Netherese, I believe, is correct.
Netherese, okay. Basically the equivalent of what would be Egyptians. Ancient people who lived about the same time that the Uthgard did centuries ago, but developed in a different area in a different way.
A mage society.
They had very powerful access to magic, and their rulers were particularly revered. This sarcophagus looks of the make that this might have someone in it. Now, granted, all sarcophagi are intended to be buried with someone in it. The first 2 that you have opened had just magic items. It's entirely a guess as if this has been cleaned out or cleaned out yet, or not.
Do we want to open it? Are we scared of the curse of the mummy?
Open it up.
I ain't scared of no
I mean, Goldbrand is scared of shit, but Devin's kind of scared.
Goldbrand is scared
Open
of
it.
everything. Goldbrand is scared of
Open
math
it.
and letters. I'm gonna open it.
Can't cut math and letters, thanks.
What are we doing, boys?
I think we're gonna open
Open
it.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
the party said do it. We're doing it.
Mummy curse, let's go.
Who is opening it?
I'll do it.
I was about to say, Goburn, don't care. Goburn will stay close.
All right. I
Art-
tell them the legend, and then I say, "One of you strong boys do it."
So this thing might be an ancient curse artifact. Anyway, I'll give you 500 gold to pop it open for me.
Deal.
I need to look at one thing real quick. Don't you love that when I have to put you on pause and go look at something?
Oh god.
Okay. As you open up the sarcophagus, immediately you guys are all set upon by a swarm of locusts.
Gross.
I need all of you. Let me double check my save here. Where's my buggy boys?
I love this for us. Yeah.
The rivers of blood are next. Panic.
Gross.
God, the frog.
I need you all to make Constitution saving throws.
Now we gotta
Uh,
get rid of him, or we're going
best
to
case scenario, baby.
fucking choke.
Art just light him up with his breath.
Crit hit. All right, so I need let me double check my DC. The DC is 17. So Ben passes, Bergen passes, Z passes. Those of you who pass, you take 9 points of piercing damage. Those of you who fail, you take 18 points. Devin, you obviously take the 9.
No, I'm not ready.
Oh, never mind. As locusts begin to fill the room, what do you guys initially do in this instant?
I'm gonna turn my hands into fire.
Yeah, I'm tempted to burn him.
That's cool. If you boys burn a spell slot or a breath weapon, you guys quickly incinerate the insects. But as you do, more negative energy begins rising up. It's this dark aura, and sand within the chamber begins to swirl about. And suddenly, there's a figure there, a mummy lord, a pharaoh, it would seem. And as he raises his hand up, I'm going to choose Z, actually. I'm going to make a choice here. Make a con save for me. That's a good save. You watch as this mummy lord raises up its arm, and this black bolt builds up in its arm and fires out and slams Z in the chest. You pass, so you're only going to take half, but you are taking 14 D6.
Oh,
I will repeat that. 14 D6.
why would you do this?
I hate to tell you all this, y'all, but this
42, 60.
not good.
Z, you take 30 points after the half. You take 30 points of necrotic damage. And that's just its lair action. It's going to do one more thing. I need all of you to make a Constitution save again. Beat a 16 this time.
I rolled a nat 20,
Okay.
motherfucker.
Ark, Gulbrands, Bergen, and if you'll roll for Davos for me, Devin.
Gotcha.
Everyone but Barbara and Z fail. You're all blinded. As the sand gets in your eyes and you can't quite see where you're going. Z, with a 28, your impressive resolve, you squint through the sand and lock eyes onto it. Before I continue this, are you here? Okay, there we go. You disappeared for a second. I saw the mute, so I just want to make sure. You see this creature, and with the 28, you get a very good glimpse. You see that this is an undead creature. A spirit, in a way. There's an instant where this thing seems to be trying to kill all of you, but you believe there might be an opportunity to sway it. I will allow you, in this moment, to reach out if you choose to.
Friendship
I will
is magic.
100% do that, yes.
Absorb him, Z.
Okay.
Absorb him,
Botch
yes.
and Boo style. How do you do? What do you say?
You know what? I think I'm gonna look at it, and I'm just gonna
Hit the
say,
blast.
I've met so many like you before, and all of them have found a friend in me. Am I allowed to summon one of my random like undead elemental friends as like sort of a voucher for me?
You know what? This is a creature of extremely powerful necromantic energy. After you say that, I will say that it's it sees them within you. It sees Florence rise up behind you, the spirit of the wolf, Kaya. It sees the fires of your family. It sees the spirit of the wind, the Jorn, all of them taking shape and form around you. It sees this impressive display.
Don't cross the streams.
And I've met the Raven Queen. I know both sides, and I feel like I can help you.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. As Devin sweats balls.
Oh no! Oh,
These things are scary, yo.
Persuasion with advantage. That's pretty damn good.
21.
I was gonna make this a 20 DC. There was only a 25% chance you even find this particular sarcophagus. This is something I was on the fence with, but I'm like, if they find it and he passes a check, why the fuck not? This is literally planted in her hoard. I might as well tie it in with what you've got going on. You watch as the mummy looks you over, and all the rest of you see as the sand stops swirling about. Many of you are still blinded, trying to figure out what is going on exactly. See, you hear
this.
Yeah, yeah, the one person who can see what's going on. Z, you hear within your head, you would provide a means to an end, free from this place. You would deliver me to this queen.
I'm happy to be a vessel to get you out of here and take you to whatever the other side looks like for you.
And what, I pray, is on the other side for you?
Titties and beer.
I have not a single clue, but at the end of the day, I'm hopeful that it's happiness and rest.
Excellent. As the rest of you finally clear your eyes and see this, again, this mummy lord is a rotting corpse in every sense of the word, a zombie of one of the highest forms, incredibly powerful. And you watch as it begins to billow again into this whirlwind of sand. And Z, with a bit of a shock, it surges towards you, and the sand goes within your very lungs. It is incredibly uncomfortable to experience, but once the process is done, you feel him settle in. A couple of things happen from this. This is your necrotic spirit, so you gain mastery over another element. You also learn the animate dead spell, and I will drop a thing in your... I'll make a feat for this and put it into your thing. I didn't want to make it because I didn't know if you guys would actually get to it, but you did. Fantastic. The rally of battle settles down as you all see Z standing in this whirlwind of sand.
The fucks?
I look at Goldbrand, I'm like, you doubted me.
Well, that was literally the best
Did
case
not-
scenario.
Yes, did not like that thing's nose. That's
Harshnag,
That's
who has
fucking
popped
madness.
his head down here and goes like, that was pretty fucking cool. I mean, we have Draugr in our tombs, you know, it's kind of spooky, but it's nothing like fucking mummies. God, they give me the willies.
no.
And you dragon, you sprouted fucking wings out there. That was pretty badass as well.
I agree. It surprised me as well.
I do not know many that possess such abilities as your party does, my lords. If you are through with your harvesting, the Storm King is eager to get Sarissa back for rest. Oh,
If we've plundered all the loot, we
Yeah,
yeah, like the nice stuff.
in that first chest, you did also find the ruling scepter. I forgot to mention that. So you do have that. But fantastic.
Good.
Give it to our man.
No, straight up, y'all. I would have rather fought the dragon again than fight that mummy lord.
Mummy lords are fucked.
Straight up, y'all.
Me and Barbara almost killed by a mummy lord in our previous campaign.
That's scary
And
to know.
Eberron, I think.
Now,
I
after
think it was
that,
you and Stefan. I don't think it was you and Barb.
No, because it killed my Sphinx.
Yeah, it was like the last fight in Eberron. I think it was the Lich King or whatever his name was.
Yeah, fucking fucked up my little... No, it wasn't a Sphinx, it was a lion statue or some shit.
It was a lich. Yes.
Yeah.
Fucked.
You guys return the rod to Hecaton, and he takes it, thankfully, and he looks at all of you and goes, "You have done me a great service this day, lords. I must now return to Maelstrom and restore the ordning, but I would ask that you attend me for one final favor, and so that I may repay you for all you have done for me."
As long as it doesn't take long.
I will get you home swiftly. Sarissa actually has had a scroll case on her back. Uthor helps her take it off and unravels the scroll, and it has a sigil on it. Z and Davos, by looking at this and observing them as they do this ritual, you learn the sigil for Maelstrom. Sarissa crushes a topaz, and as the gem dust falls, she completes the circle, and with a flash of blinding yellow light, all of you are teleported back to Maelstrom. And it's quite a welcome party, as it were. You see giants of all kinds in this place that begin to follow you, Sarissa, Uthor, Hecaton, and Prospera into the main courtroom. You see Count Thulin smiling warmly at your presence. You see the Duchess Cinderhild, Zalto's daughter, who is sneering in her usual fashion. You see the Rock Keeper of the Stone Giants, his name being Sky. You see the Butcher, the hill giant, who is one of the three who bludgeoned God as a bloody pinata. You also see Zephyros, your first giant ally, and he is beaming. He is smiling this immense grin, which has this effect of multiplying his wrinkles to where he just looks fucking crazed. Think like Palpatine in that one little flash of lightning, like that. Getting sort of that vibe. You guys are led into the room where you see Queen Neri, still weary, seated on the throne just to the left of the Wormskull throne. 1 second, I'm going to drop that volume for a second. Neri rises weakly to her feet and welcomes all of you. Lords, I thank you for bringing back my husband and daughter to me. I was anxious that when things were turning dour that I would be burying her. I thank you for your bravery, and particularly you, Stonespire, for keeping all of your party alive. You see Hecaton wraps an arm around Sarissa and hugs her and goes, "Don't ever do that again. Your people need you. I need you. A queen needs to think of her people first." And then he takes his brother Uthor's arm and he says, "And you let her go." And Uthor, "I couldn't tell her no, literally. She outranks me now, remember? Besides, you said send our finest warriors. And I did, or so I thought. Orlecto did attempt to strike her down, and were it not for Stonespire and his magics, she would not be standing here." Hecaton scowls a bit. "I'm learning that the treachery runs deeper than I dare feared within my court. We've had our arcanists dispel any magic on Mirren and Nim, but I am still uncertain of how innocent they are in all of this. They're confined in their quarters until I am crowned once again. Speaking of which, I am once again indebted to you, Stonespire, and indeed all of you, Lords of Nightstone. These last 3 days I have heard many tales of your exploits throughout my kingdom. How you defeated Guz's forces and allowed her people to enact their own gruesome justice. How you, brave Dawnbringer, went toe-to-toe with Kyolithica and stopped her thirst for destruction. How you, Stonespire, pursued Storvold beyond the realms and beheaded him, ending his lethal pursuit of the Ring of Winter. How your allies Atari manned the Vonendod and incinerated Zalto. And how you, Captain Sirensbane, freed the bronze dragon Felgalis and allowed him his vengeance in decimating Sansuri. You have righted many wrongs, and for this all Jotun owe you a debt. Before I retake the throne, and by doing so with this scepter restore the divine ordning of my people, I want you to understand that this is a historic event. The last time a Storm King was crowned was when I succeeded my father some 300 years ago. My judgment in this moment will determine which giants deserve to be respected among my kin for the better part of 2 centuries. 3, if I keep away from the blubber bacon. To raise their kin within the ordning is the aspiration of every chief, thane, jarl, duke, and countess. It would seem that in my absence many of them vied for this opportunity. So gravely and relentlessly they coveted it, that the small folk were forced to put our kind in check. This is an embarrassment to Anam himself, and must be recompensed. And thus, lords, I turn to you, and ask your insights gleaned while I was absent. I am asking your counsel on how the ordning should be rebuilt. The gathered giants whisper, some in anger, some in shock, some of them excited. And Hecaton silences them with a wave of his arm. I understand there are many of my kin who will deem it foolish to take your ideas into consideration. And yet I see no greater judges of character, nor any greater allies of the Jotun than you today. Choose wisely. This will affect the Jotun for centuries. Hecaton is asking you guys for your opinions on how the ordning should be rearranged. As of right...
Coburn just wants to put back the way it was.
And you're welcome to say that. If y'all would like to reward any of your allies by raising their kind, or particularly scorn some enemies by lowering them, you're welcome to do that. I'm going to drop the current order in chat. Storm, Cloud, Fire, Frost, Stone, and Hill.
Got it.
Davos is not here, but he will voice being open to the idea of bumping the stone giants down. He thinks that in death, Kyolithico would hate that more than anything, so he seems all on board.
Let's see.
You guys also have made a few allies among the giants that might appreciate a little boost in their ranking. What do you guys think?
I want to defer to the old group, like...
Don't do that. No, you get an opinion of this.
You've all had rings made by now.
You're all lords.
It's not even just that. I'm just thinking, like, I don't know, like, the full experiences of the different giants and how they...
Not per se, but you know a few giants fairly well. You know that Harshnag has been at your aid multiple times now. You know that Zephyros has been an ally. And you know that all of these giants have tried to kill you at one point or another.
That wasn't Harshnag's fault.
Fair.
That's true. We could... Is ice already above fire or no?
It is not.
Let's see. Interesting.
Yeah, I feel like those should be flip-flopped. I didn't have any experience with the fire giants, but traditionally I think they're probably bad news. I say ironically.
They were pretty bad.
Nowhere.
They tried to build a giant war machine. It was pretty scary.
So I hear one vote for raising Frost. I will say that Davos will put in one vote to lower Stone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just can't see hill giants not being on the bottom.
Well, it's funny. This is going to have permanent effects. Like, if I do another campaign set in Faerun, the giants will be repowered in that power structure.
Terrifying.
What do y'all think of what's been proposed so far?
I mean, the storm giants have been the most obvious upfront allies of all of them so far, it seems. So I don't really want to move them anywhere.
No, they let a dragon in their court. Put them at the bottom.
Oh my
Stupidity
God.
does not mean
All I know is I don't. Arcanox does not like the cloud giant.
Yeah.
That's fair. If you would like to drop them down, there's probably a few who would agree with you.
Who were the cloud giants?
I think they should go down.
Countess Sansuri. That was the first one I think that you were here for, yeah? Remember you went to the Castle of the Clouds?
We freed the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should bump them down just to humble them.
You know
Yeah.
I think the cloud giants should go down. I think frost giants should move up. Do we think frost giants belong above cloud giants?
Yeah.
If you're moving the cloud down, that would have to bring the frost up. Or the fire up. But y'all moved... Somebody said to move frost above the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was
Yeah.
So frost, fire, cloud.
Fire, Hailstone is the order I have now. Storm, Frost, Cloud, Fire, Hail, Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that seem agreeable by you,
I
Six Lords?
Yes.
I don't know the hill giants, but sure, it's close enough. Hill and stone at the bottom, whatever.
Davos is doing it more to spite a particular enemy than anything. You guys say this, and Harshnag looks very, very moved. Y'all have just risen him 2 ranks within the Ordning. He is now the 2nd tier, just below the Storm Giants. That is a very impressive advancement, and it also will have physical effects to Harshnag. He will grow stronger because of this.
Where's where that came from, buddy? Shoot finger gun.
You guys do. You watch as Hecaton grasps his ruling scepter, stands before the obsidian throne, and raises it into the air. And as he sits upon the Wormskull throne, the eyes of all the dragon skulls beneath it ignite with this blue light. And a bolt of lightning arcs from the throne to the scepter, and then to the crest of the throne room, the pointed ceiling far above. And then miles and miles above the fathomless ocean, beyond the charcoal clouds, you see a mighty burst of lightning that descends from the clouds, strikes through the seas, boiling the water as it cuts through the icy waves and meets the spire atop the throne room. And as it does, it causes that relatively small arc to the scepter to magnify 100 times over. There is a beat of blinding light and absolute silence before the cacophonous boom of thunder is sent throughout the court. The wave of force is unlike anything you've ever felt, so powerful that even all the Jotun among you are nearly swept to their feet. And this thunder echoes out through the seas, through the skies alike. It does not cease until the thunderclap is heard the world over. Hundreds of miles away in Deadstone Clef, Svardborg, Ironslack, and even those Jotun who live on the far side of the planet, they hear this blast, and they know immediately that King Hecaton once again sits atop the Wormskull throne. And by the will of the Allfather, he is once again their king. You see Hecaton before you, lightning literally dancing across his armor, the scepter, and the throne in countless arcs, his eyes glowing that same blue as he lowers his gaze to all of you. Our kind owes you eternally for stopping Emerith and Slackrothel's foul plots. Each giant here is indebted to you for your bravery and heroism. But I owe you the greatest debt of all. Freeing me, saving my daughter twice, reviving my wife, uncovering the traitor, and returning the stolen scepter. And with this scepter, my first decree is that each of you shall forever be recognized by all Jotun as equal to the Storm Giants. He points a finger out. We're going to say he points to Bergen. You're definitely his favorite at this point. You've got some brownie points. He points his finger to you, and a spark leaps from it. And as it strikes you, almost instantly, it jumps to all 6 of you. And you all feel this exhilarating, terrifying feeling, almost like you've touched a live wire. Your body seizes up and locks into place just for a moment as the arc leaves you. And you feel numb almost at first. This is the Storm King's blessing, and it affects each and every one of you differently. Gulbrand, you get the Stormcaller feat. I'll add these to your sheets later. Gulbrand, you get the Stormcaller feat, where you can use the Lightning Bolt spell once a day. Bergen, you get what I've named Clear. Whenever you pick somebody up from 0 hit points, they get an extra 2d10 hit points. You're basically...
Defense, baby.
Davos gets a special Storm Smite, and his Javelin of Lightning gets a nice little perk as well. Pandora, you get a feat where you learn the Lightning Arrow spell, which is very fun. Ark, you unlock the potential of a new breath weapon. You can now use lightning whenever you choose to use your breath weapon in place of fire. You can use either or. And Z, you unlock the elemental power of lightning. It is now one of the elements that you have mastered. You'll learn a new spell from it, and you can now interchange all of these, the original 4 elements, plus necrotic and lightning in the mix. So you've got a bunch of fuckery to deal with.
That's 3 breath weapons I have.
With that, you guys have restored the Storm King's thunder, put right the Ordning, and ended what has been a months-long arduous journey. Countless people have died that have led to this point. You have made countless allies. And at this very moment, those allies gather outside the gates of Secumber, preparing for what may very well be many of their last stands. We're going to go ahead and call that a night there. Thank you all for sticking with us. I know we ran a little late, but what better note to end on than restoring the Storm King's thunder? I love you all very, very much. Thank you so much. Go get some rest. Don't forget to love yourselves and one another. And is it time for D&D yet? One more game. One more. Love you guys. Be good.
Later, y'all.
Love you guys.
Yeah.
Deuces.